Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's wonderful to see you all here on this fine morning, December 29th. Just 2 days to go now before we give away $2,000 live on our show. If you haven't entered, you should. It's completely free. You don't require a download. You don't require doing anything whatsoever other than engaging with us. You've already subscribed to us, so there's your free ticket straight away. So if you'd like to be part of our giveaway, it's just a couple of days away now. It's free to enter, free for all. You don't need to be a member. No purchase necessary. No downloads necessary. It's just our way of saying thank you for supporting the show. Myself, Sensei and Vaz, and our sponsor, who all put together $2,000 for you to enjoy. And we're going to send it to you in XRP as it's the most efficient way of sending it, but you can sell it for cash or do what you want with it. So how do you take part? I'm going to give you the link to it. It's completely free, so everyone should enter, and you won't believe it, only 600 people have. Only 2 people have claimed all the tickets. Absolutely mental. Here is the giveaway. So I'm going to write it in the chat now. $2,000 giveaway. Okay, there it is. And I'll pin it to the top. There it is. I'll also give you this link here, which is my X as well, where there's a post all about it. Go and check it out. So let me show you what the competition is and how it works. You go to that page. I've given you 2 days left. We're giving away $2,000 plus some prizes as well. It explains all about it, when it's going to happen, terms and conditions. Only 2 people now have read the terms and conditions. People just don't do anything. It's incredible. Click on this video here and it will tell you all about it. So you can do that. Scroll down here and you can see you've got to enter via email or YouTube or I think there's a couple of other options there. Google, I think. You have to log on because we have to know who you are so we can email you and send you your money. So we have to know who you are, but I don't use the emails. I wouldn't even know how to. I don't collect emails. I'm not interested in emailing anybody. Everybody will tell you I never respond to emails. I just speak on the show and pick up the phone. So all you got to do is log in some way and then you claim these tickets. You won't see any of these until you log in. And then it says things like repost on X. So you click here, you might notice this here. This is one of our posts this morning. You may have already liked it, reposted it, but have you claimed the tickets? Simply go and do it. Click the repost. It knows you've done it because it's connected to your X account, of course, and boom, you've got your tickets. And the more tickets you get, the more chances you have of winning, of course. You can win with 1 ticket, entirely up to you. Everything here is free when you sign up for Sensei's newsletter. It's the free plan. You don't have to pay to get these tickets. Repost on X, subscribe on YouTube. These are all the things that you already do. Our sponsor, Charlotte May Wedding, things you are already doing. Anyway, you claim free tickets. We're just doing it as we like to help people and give away money. It's crazy why we do it, isn't it? So how many people are actually entering? This is it. Let me zoom in. 677 people. That's it. Not 108,000 subscribers, 677. And if I go to top users, you will see only 2 people, 2 ladies in fact, have collected all the tickets. That doesn't mean they're going to win. It just means they've got more tickets. Well, you could get all those tickets as well. You'll miss a few because we've deleted some now and there's new ones added all the time. But you can go and claim your tickets. So that's all the people that have entered. So there you go. Take part in it. Be part of it. And you can be in our giveaway. All right. Completely free. All right. The link is pinned to the top. Right. Well, we've got lots to discuss today. We've got some... I've got an interview here from Gabelli's Chris Mancini talking about silver. It is the biggest topic of the day because it's now one of the biggest assets in the world. We'll explain all that. Plus, we've got information from our newsletter. We're also running a poll in the chat. Let me see how the poll... Whoops, a daisy. I clicked the wrong button there. Let me see how the poll is doing here in the chat. So far, it says... There's 96 votes. Are you in silver? 57% are not. So there's a good portion of you that are in silver, 43% in fact, that are in silver. This is our big story of the day. Sensei covered it this morning. I'm covering in a different angle. We will be doing live Q&A, of course, and members-only events as well during the morning, and going deeper dive for all the Electrum members later on. All right, so 57% of you, 98 votes. Let's have a look at our poll, which is running on our community page, which is where it's hosted on Google. This is the bigger one. This is one that trends on Google. Let me give you the link for this. It's on YouTube, on our community page. You can go there yourself. There's the link. When I last checked it, 174 votes. That was last night. Let's have a look. We've now got 351. Are you in silver? It's a very similar, in fact, it's virtually identical. That's interesting. Are you in silver? 351 votes, 55% say no, 45% say yes. So you can see a lot of people are actually in silver. It's now I think the second or third biggest asset in the world. I'll come to that later in the show. But I do have some interviews lined up for you, and I think there's some things you're going to find very, very interesting this morning. All right, everyone, please tap the like button. Have you all done that? Shall we put a minute on the clock to get 100? There's 217 people tuned in this morning. Let's do it. Let's put 1 minute on the clock and let's get to it. Are you ready? So it's there are 225. We want 1 minute on the clock, and we're going to get 100 likes. You ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we'll bring you all the news. Here we go. Let's refresh the screen. Tap the like button. So how many have we got? We're starting off with 15. Let's refresh it. In 1 minute, we need 100 for the big news story of the day. Let's go into it. We've got 49. We're halfway there in the first 10 seconds. Fantastic. Everyone tap the like button. Let's get 100 likes, get suggested on YouTube, and then we can get straight into the big story. Okay. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are now at... We have lost my screen. There we go. 55. We're on the way. 217 watching. We've got 45 to go. In the next... Let's do it in the next 30 seconds. As we're watching silver down 6% now. Look at it go down. Markets... This is my all-time high, by the way, 43% this year up. Been a phenomenal year. Let's refresh the screen. What are we up to now? We want 100 likes in 1 minute. We're coming down to the last 15 seconds. Let's refresh. What have we got? 70, 30 to go. Smash the like button and we'll get straight into our big news story of the day. I'm going to count you down in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're now at, we're going to get straight onto our news. We're running out of time, very tight schedule this morning. We are at 77. Unfortunately, we didn't quite make it this morning. Silver, not as popular as a show as XRP. That's the way it goes sometimes, but that's okay. We are covering the story anyway because we think it's important. All right, if we were talking about XRP this morning, there'd be 1,000 people in here. That's the way it goes. But you got to do what's right, not what's about the clicks. Okay, so let's get straight into the story. I've got an interview here I want to share with you. I thought this was very, very interesting. Let's have a little listen to this and see what you make of this. Okay, let's listen in. Here we go.
Insight on what's driving this boom and if there's more room to run is Chris Mancini. He's co-portfolio manager of the Gabelli Gold Fund, 4-star rated by Morningstar, and up a nice 177% this year. Have you ever had a year like that?
No,
okay.
No, absolutely not.
Did this surprise even you on some level?
It did. I mean, it did. And, it's funny because back in the day when gold was 2,000 and people would say, well, what's the...
You heard what they said there. They've not had a year like this before. What is going on? Why is this so different? Should you be in? Should you be buying? Let's break it down.
that could happen. What could happen with gold? I would say, well, if things go really well, it could go to 2,500.
Right.
It could go to 3,000, but to see it at 4,500,
I remember those. I remember writing about gold at all-time highs and people pawning their jewelry 13 years ago.
Yeah.
And then it was supposed to be the thing to hold during the 2010s. And now all of a sudden this year, why this year? And is it central banks? But that doesn't explain the rest of the metals trade.
No, right, it doesn't. I think what's going on is that the narrative has really changed. Like what we've been saying all along about gold is that it's an asset that's not replicable and it's nobody's liability. And that's why it's been the currency for millennia. And during a period of time when it was clear, when like the dollar took that role of the currency of the world, it wasn't clear as to why you should have gold. But now that we're seeing kind of cracks in the dollar, and that's partly because of what's happened with Russia's reserves being confiscated. Partly we saw with the big inflation because of all the money printing that happened during COVID.
Absolutely.
The rising national.
Obviously, you can see the connection here with crypto. This is obviously the way people feel that the dollar is under threat, and hence why crypto has exploded as well. It's a story of a volatility, what it all comes down to, uncertainty, and people diversifying. I think that's what it comes down to.
National debt. So we're seeing now that the narrative has kind of been flipped on its head, and we are seeing reasons as to why gold is that currency, and I think that's what's driving the price.
Yeah, we talked to Jeff Curry about this, the other day as well, and he said it was the kind of it's the two Ds, the debasement trade and the de-dollarization trade. That's kind of what you're talking about, and both of them happening at the same time. I suppose in this uncertain geopolitical world, central banks and international agents who don't want to be subject to the dollar regime might continue to amass these metals. Debasement trade, I don't know if there's a way to discern how much longer that might go on. So what's your forecast for 2026? I
think that everything that's driven the price of gold up this year will probably continue into next year. So it's unlikely that peace is going to break out. These geopolitical tensions are still going to exist. China's still going to be buying lots of gold because they want to.
Interesting reference there that geopolitical conditions are going to continue. After what I heard from yesterday with Trump and Zelensky, I don't see any movement at all on Russia. When Trump was saying we're 90% there and all this kind of stuff, I don't think they've moved at all. I think this is going to drag on and on. We're now sort of the same length as the First and Second World War, but if you may remember, there are wars that just go on forever. And I think we could be like that. Russia just going to keep on going on. I think it's awful. And these political tensions are going to keep running into crypto, gold, silver, all of this stuff. But what happens when it ends? Does it all collapse? This is the big story everyone's asking. Do we keep buying it? Let's
diversify out of treasuries, U.S. dollar treasuries, into something that can't be confiscated because of the geopolitical tension with Taiwan and what have you. Interest rates are probably going to continue to decline. The national debt's going to continue to grow. So all the tailwinds that we had this year probably continue into next year, and it'll probably keep going up.
But even for you, look at platinum up 9%, silver's up another 9%. Copper. I mean, they always joke the cure for high prices is high prices, and that's more because you might bring on more supply. I don't know how realistic that is, but also just because on some level you get this kind of speculative fervor breaking out. I can't imagine you want that because it's going to make the whole asset class more volatile, I'd imagine.
Right. I mean, I'd say, silver definitely looks at this point, somewhat overbought. There are things going on relative to export restrictions from China relative to silver. Like you say about supply, it's unlikely. Supply really can't come online unless people do start selling their gold jewelry like they did back in the day. We aren't really seeing that. So it's like, I'm never going to argue with high prices, considering that we manage a gold fund. But I think gold has been pretty orderly. The silver trade's been maybe that's a little bit overextended.
Yeah.
But gold's been pretty orderly, and we'll take it.
So I'm at a New Year's Eve party, which I won't be, but let's pretend that I am, and people are talking about this, and I say, I heard this guy on CNBC, and he had this great idea for how to play it for 2026. What would that idea be? Well,
I do think that the gold stocks are very cheap. So our biggest holding and the biggest gold mining company in the world is Newmont. Very diversified, but in good jurisdictions in terms of where their mines are.
Interesting point. Do you buy a mine rather than the spot price? We'll talk about this with silver coming up shortly.
But I have them next year at current metals prices generating around $10 per share in free cash flow. And the stock's trading right now at around $105 a share. So it's just one example amongst many of companies that are cheap. So with a gold mining stock, you're getting the gold in the ground, you're getting exposure to gold, but you're also getting that income from the free cash flow that the companies generate.
Is it true that these companies are not always the best stewards of capital over the long run, or the cyclicality of the business often undermines long-term holdings? But even if, I don't know if you would agree that that's true, even if it is true, does it matter right now?
Right now, I would say no. That's a very good point. And what I would say is that in the past, they haven't been good stewards of capital. But now, they've been burnt so much since I've been doing this around 18 years. They've been burnt in 2 cycles. One of them was by their own doing in the 2010s. The other was during COVID when mines had to shut down, things like that, social whatever, because of all the social distancing and stuff like that. So they've been burned twice in the past 20 years, and they are very, very conservative now.
Here with his insight on what's driving this boom.
Very, very interesting. What do you make of that? I thought that was a good insight into gold and silver. We're going to go into a much deeper dive in a few moments' time. I've got some stories I want to share with you. So if you just tuned in, good morning. Tap the like button. That would be awesome. And consider subscribing as well. We're just 2 days away from our biggest ever giveaway, $2,000. Right. Let's go into more of the story. This is my performance so far up this year. Phenomenal year, a record year, breaking year. I'm up again today. We had this little bounce during the night of crypto. It popped up and sold off straight away. Now is tempting or threatening on going lower. I can't be in the crypto space at the moment. I don't like insane gambling and volatility like this. Up 1 minute, down the next minute. It doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't work for me. I'm always making money consistently, and I want to compound, not be in 1 minute and lose everything the next. So I want to be back in Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP, but I can't buy it at the moment. It's crazy town. It's the OK Corral. I'm just not interested. I told you that the S&P was going to fall. It's starting to now. It's early though. This is not the unwind of the carry trade at all. Don't let anyone say it is. It's hardly moved, but 0.5% down this morning. It's interesting because at the same time as it's down, of course, my assets are up. So it's quite a difference, actually. So as you know, I've gone very, very as bullish as you can in total with my Roth IRA, just under, only a few dollars under $300,000 all in one stock. Coca-Cola, and I've given you many, many reasons why I've done that. I always buy with conviction. I look at numbers, balance sheets, talk to people directly at the companies, and I make very bold predictions, and I stick to them. And if I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. I don't move them like Tom Lee does. I've gone all in on Coca-Cola for 100 reasons. All right, one of those being that I think that the S&P 500 and crypto is in for one hell of a fall. And I don't know the date exactly, but I know it's coming because the unwind is coming. And you can take that to the bank. So there's my position. As you can see, I'm up again, beating the market again. And my year to date this year on my stock is... year to date is 43%. I've made $73,000. Remember, I started with $5,000 and I've now got $288,777. And remember, I've taken about $4, $5, $6 grand out to pay some of my taxes. So it was over 292, 3, 4, wherever it was. So there you go. That's my position. All right. Anyway, back to silver. Let's talk about this story. If you've not tapped the like button yet, please do, and consider subscribing. If you want to take part in our free giveaway, $2,000 in just 2 days' time. Why is everyone not taking part? Let's see if we've got more people taking part today. Always comes at the last minute, but of course they get less tickets because opportunities run out. 677 people out of 108,000. Let me have a look. 677, I'll refresh it. Did I refresh that? I thought I did. 677. That's screen's supposed to be refreshing. Whenever you like. Okay. Are we going to... we refreshed in the end. All right. Okay. Took a while. 677. Let's see if that's gone up. Very slow this morning. 680. 3 more people this morning. And there you go. And only top users who've claimed all the tickets, just 2 people. That's how good your odds are of winning $2,000. Now, one of those things is on my X today. You can win. It tells you all about it. You get points. Look at this. This is mad. There's 670 people in the competition, all right? And only 101 have reposted this. This should be at 600 because you've entered the competition, so you followed me on X, but yet you haven't read the information saying repost this. It's crazy. Only 101 reposts. That means more than 560 people haven't even read the thing at the top of the page which says repost this. People don't look. People don't read. It's so easy for those that want to win this. Anyway, don't let it be you. Here's the post to X. Read it, get involved, go to the competition page, don't miss out, and go, well, I didn't know. Well, it's right there. It's a free competition, right? It's a free giveaway. It bewilders me that people don't read. I get people every day going, I didn't see it. It's right there. Anyway, whatever. Let's move on to our silver story. So I've got more to share with you. So here we go. This is from my Seeking Alpha connection. If you want Seeking Alpha, the link is in the chat. You can get that. All right, you ready? Let's get straight into it. Seeking Alpha. Silver is now the 3rd most valuable asset in the world. This is what I was saying to you earlier. Michael Sheldon Wright. He's reading the competition and he subscribed to the music channel. There you go. He's just won himself 5 tickets for free. So we've got 55 minutes to go before the bell goes. We are covering it, the bell. So we'll be there on Wall Street when the bell goes. So stand by for that. So here we go. Silver is now the 3rd most valuable asset in the world. Shall we say that again? Silver from nowhere is now the 3rd most valuable asset in the world. Think about that. Spot silver's whopping up 174% rise this year has turned the metal into the 3rd most valuable asset in the world, trailing only gold and Nvidia, and outstripping tech titans such as Apple, Alphabet, and Microsoft. So you can no longer ignore this asset. You might not like it. I am not a fan. I don't buy gold and silver. I don't. I'm missing out. Doesn't matter to me. It's not a thing for me. I like to buy businesses that generate income and produce something. Now, you might say, of course, and we'll discuss it in a minute, silver does get used in solar panels and gold gets used in jewelry, as does silver. So there are use cases. It's not just people are buying it like some binky bonk fart coin. This is real assets, real physical assets that do real physical things. So there is a sensible reason for buying this. However, everyone suddenly dump it, whereas they're not going to dump something that actually produces a regular income, because there's a value to it that you can measure. How do you measure the value of this? What's the top? No one knows. So according to company's market cap, silver's market cap stands at 4.485 trillion. Gold tops the list with a market cap of 31.719 trillion. So it's a long way behind gold, which is a long way ahead of Nvidia. But gold is the #1 asset in the world, followed by chip behemoth Nvidia at 4.6. There's the chart there. So I'll just zoom into that for you so you can. That's as big as I can get it. Gold is at the top. Nvidia is number 2 by a long way. The difference between Nvidia and gold is massive. Then you have silver, and then Apple. And Apple is 4 trillion, whereas silver is 4.4 trillion. So it's quite a chunk away from Apple. Then you've got Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Bitcoin is down there at 8. All right, think about that for a moment, where that came from. That didn't exist a few years ago, and here we are, the eighth most valuable asset, or by market cap at least, in the world. All right, I thought I'd share that with you. Very, very interesting that. Spot silver, last close at 79.11 an ounce. 173.9% year-to-date gain. After hitting a record high at 79.29 on Friday, its meteoric advance has been fueled by supply constraints. Its designation as a U.S. critical mineral, solid industrial demand, and a broader rally in precious metals driven by expectations of U.S. interest rate cuts and volatility amplified by low liquidity. Right, so I'm going to move on to my next story. Let me come back to silver. We're just seeing it drop. We've got half an hour to go before the bell goes. I'm going to go over to a story we had from our newsletter just a few days ago. If you want the newsletter, here is the link in the chat. It's our newsletter which accompanies the show. You might like to pay attention to this. So gold and silver are partying like it's 1979. What does that all mean? Well, let's break it down for you. And look at this. We got gold and silver dancing here. 2026 rate cuts incoming. Inflation. Are we going to get rate cuts? Well, the feeling is now maybe only one this year or next year. That's not good for crypto, of course. But anyway, we shall see how things pan out. Gold just touched 4,477. Now, this is 2 days ago. All right. And silver hit nearly 70, marking their best annual performance in 46 years. So this is not normal. This is not, oh, potato family. Hello, potato family. Just subscribe to the music channel. He's going, I'm going to win this competition. All right, this isn't a holiday fluke. Gold has set 50 records in 2025 alone. The rally is being fueled by a cocktail of geopolitical friction, specifically the US Navy's total blockade of Venezuelan oil tankers and expectations for 2026 Fed rate cuts. While gold is up 70% this year, silver has rocketed 128%. This surge is driven by a mix of safe haven panic and passive industrial demand for AI data centers and solar panels. For those of us tracking the macro shifts, this move feels structural. Central banks are aggressively buying gold to de-dollarize, effectively treating precious metals as a currency hedge against massive fiscal deficits. Silver's outperformance is the real standout here because it's tethered to the tech boom, but it's more sensitive to economic swings than gold. As Sprott Asset Management puts it, we're in a new paradigm where gold is viewed as a currency rather than a commodity. If the 2026 growth story wobbles, silver might lose its luster faster than gold. So just bear that in mind. It could fall very quickly. And in fact, we are seeing it fall this morning. You can see that now. Down 7% this morning, 6.75. The overall market, this is my portfolio, my defensive play. I'm up. I'm beating the market again. All right. And VU is going down. How do you do? I sold all of that, as you know. I've gone defensive. And crypto had a little moment throughout the night and then sold straight off. So if you like volatility, you'll like silver. All right. For me, I don't. I like to consistently make money and I like to sleep at night and make my 10%. You know, that's the way I look at these things anyway. Right. Let's move on. We're going to do a deeper dive. This will come up later on this morning for our Electra members. We're going to go much deeper with a Q&A, with a live phone-in, a much deeper dive behind the scenes, all right? We're going to touch on that later. But for now, we're going to focus on other things. We'll come back to silver later on, a members special, we'll go much deeper. But for now, we're going to focus on Here we go. Now this is really important. This is what happened yesterday with Trump and Zelensky. This is really important because remember, not only do we want to stop the war for people dying, but it's also the food basket of the world: wheat, other commodities, rare earths. So getting peace in Ukraine would be a benefit to all, other than Russia. Perhaps they just enjoy killing people, it seems. Anyway, I think the whole thing is just ridiculous. I don't know why the super chat didn't play there. Let me just refresh that. Someone did a super chat. Let me just make sure that's working. Save. I'm just going to do a little test. Someone did a super chat. It didn't play. Happens sometimes. Okay, that was a little test. Ignore that. Okay, should be working. I don't know why not, but I will read it out anyway.
Kevin donated $86 through a super chat. This is a test super chat.
This is a test super chat, yes. So I'll put it on the screen. TJ Molden said, it's been too long. Hope you're well. TJ Molden, it's great to have you here. Yeah, it's been a while. How have you been? How was Christmas? I hope you're well. How's the family? Nice to see you. Is that you and your wife, isn't it, on that picture? Lovely to see you with us this morning. So, yeah, really, really great. Thank you for being here. Absolutely wonderful. Right. Kazansky says, mining stocks that cover all precious metals make sense. They produce profits. Yes, that actually makes sense. That's what we were talking about earlier. Buying a mine could be something you might want to do today. Martyn, what are your predictions for oil price? I expect oil to go up with what's going on with in Venezuela. I think this can only end badly. I don't think it's going to end well. It's going to end with some kind of violence or some kind of takeover, I'm sure, which the markets won't like. The crash will be glorious because no one is buying silver at these prices. The crash will be glorious, says Kevin Tipton. He's ready to buy the dip. Hood down 5%, silver to 100,000. Okay. I suppose we could just make up numbers and it's fine. But yeah, this is an investment channel and we're not really interested in that. So anyway, let's go back to my portfolio. Up again today, beating the market again, which is great. I do enjoy saying that, but it is true. We are beating the market again today. So let me just double check something. Oh, it isn't that. It literally is. What if I can fix this? No, I can't, can I? Ignore me. Ignore me. I'm talking rubbish. It's me. I'm no idea. Anyway, I just always trying to create things and sometimes I got to stop when I'm on a show. Anyway, how long have we got? 25 minutes. So I want to go into this story here. This is our next story of the day. Nice to see people taking part now in the giveaway. 2 days to go. You've seen the subscribers for the music channel come up. That's how I know people are taking part. So let's get straight into this. Zelensky and Trump. 90% peace deal. Thorny issue. Nothing has been decided. I don't know what the point of this was yesterday. I watched it and thought, what was it about? What was this meeting about? I don't know how many times Trump can say we're close, we're getting there, it's done, it's going to be okay. Russia wants peace. Putin doesn't want peace. I don't understand it. I'm lost for words. That 4 years now, as long as the First and Second World War, we're just killing each other. We're now just attacking civilians. We're blowing up houses. No reason. What happens in the morning when Putin wakes up? Go and kill some people. All right, who should we kill this time? Anybody. Doesn't matter, really. Just go and kill someone and it'll be great. And I can just keep doing it. I don't know how this man will ever be accepted on the global stage again. I've no idea. I just don't understand it. Anyway, it's awful. Absolutely awful. Country was invaded and it just keeps on going. I don't understand any of this. I've kind of lost any point to it now. Anyway, maybe that's the point. Eventually we all just give up and just roll over, I suppose. Oh dear. Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky just emerged from a high-stakes Sunday lunch at Mar-a-Lago. claiming they're 90% agreed. What does it mean, 90% agreed? Doesn't mean anything really, does it? On a 20-point peace plan to end the 4-year conflict. While Trump described the talks as terrific and suggested a deal could be reached in a few weeks, he's been saying that now forever. Just for the longest time. I don't know how long. I've lost count how long he's been saying the same thing. Well, Putin says nothing. How many more times can we hear this? The remaining 10% contains the thorny issues that have derailed past efforts. The 10% is all about, I'm not giving up any regions and I want to take the regions and that's it, and we'll kill everybody until we do. There's no negotiation going on. It's awful. The future of the Donbass region remains a major hurdle. Ukraine. Let's remind ourselves now what the Donbass is. It's a pile of mud, rubble and dead people. So isn't Russia big enough? No, I want some more mud, more puddles, broken buildings and dead people. Absolutely, I want some more of it. Specifically, the future of the Donbass region remains a major hurdle. Ukraine has floated a free economic zone to avoid constitutional land cessions. But the Kremlin has already voiced its rejection of the compromise. Trump admitted that while security guarantees for Ukraine are 100% guaranteed with the US, Russia still refuses a ceasefire. With Putin telling Trump a pause would only prolong the conflict. I just think it makes no sense at all. Trump says, I understand that you want to keep bombing because if you take your foot off the gas, things slow down. I don't know. Does anyone understand any of it? I mean, we're not even taking out military targets. Last night, we were bombing civilians in their houses while they were sleeping. Don't know what they got to do with anything. Anyway, for investors, this peace dividend is really creating ripples. European defence stocks like Rheinmetall and BAE Systems saw a sharp sell-off on the headlines, while European natural gas TTF dipped to 18-month lows on hopes of a Russian energy return. However, don't mistake this for a sector-wide exit. NATO's 3.5 GDP spending floor through 2035 provides a massive structural safety net for defence, making this more of a volatility spike than a fundamental shift. The real play to watch is the $68 billion reconstruction framework. If the January working groups in Washington show real movement, here we go. We have a special guest on the show. Let me read this out. Thank you, C. Marty. I'm glad it's working.
Marty donated £2 through a super chat. My 2-year-old twins seen you on TV, calling you Santa.
My 2-year-old twins seen you on TV, calling you Santa. C. Marty, what is the name of your twins? If you do another super chat with their names, I shall read it out and say hello to the twins. Twins, if you are near the TV, all right? Okay, hello, how are you? If you touch the screen now, probably don't do that. Do you want to do that? Do you want to touch the screen and say hello? Like that? Okay, let's see if C. Marty gives me your names and I'll call out your names. I love it. All right, fantastic. So, making this a more volatility spike than a fundamental shift. The real play to watch is the $68 billion reconstruction framework. If the January working groups in Washington show real movement, the pivot from war stocks to rebuild stocks and infrastructure and engineering will likely accelerate. This is Sensei's thoughts, as this is from Sensei's newsletter. Let me give you the link to the letter just there. Sensei said, it may be time to start watching the reconstruction play. If those January working groups show real legs, the $67.8 billion rebuild could spark a massive shift from defence into infrastructure and engineering stocks. Here come the names. I love it.
Marty donated £2 through a super chat. Names are Amelie and Maisie and won't look away. Smiley face emoji.
Amelie and Maisie. So, Amelie and Maisie, see Marty. Is that your mum or dad? I don't know. See Marty could be anything. I don't know. So, Amelie and Maisie, did you have a wonderful Christmas? I need to tell you, though, that I am not Santa Claus. I ain't. I'm the piano man. I'm a singer. I'm a piano player. And if you tell your mum or dad, I don't know who C. Marty is at this point, I'll find out in a minute. If you tell them, right, to tune into the Friday show on my music channel, I'll give C. Marty the link. Here's the link to my music show. 4 p.m. Central Time. All right. 4 p.m. Central Time on Friday. I do a concert every Friday. And if you are in, it's their dad. C. Marty is the dad. All right. So dad. Hello, dad. If you get your dad to tune in on Friday and he can request a song for you, I will sing a song for you, which you can keep forever. You'll own the video and you can share it with all your friends at school and say, look at this. The world piano man sang me my favorite song. How about it? How about it? So Friday, 4 p.m, Dad, C. Marty, tune in to the music show. Remind me of that you're there. Tell me that you're there with Amelie and Maisie, and I will sing them their very own song. I've got a great one, actually. I've got several great songs that kids love, and they can then share at school with their friends. Look at us. The world piano man sang us a song, and this is our video. We are now famous. Amelie and Maisie, you're now famous. So tune in on Friday to the music show with your dad, and I will play your song for you. How about that? All right. So there you go. Good stuff. And I tell you what, if anybody wants to make Amelie and Maisie feel even more famous, then put their names in the chat. All right, let's blow it up. Let's blow up the chat. Let's go viral. Everyone copy and paste Amelie and Maisie in the chat. And how about it? How about it? Amelie and Maisie are going to go to school. I don't know what their ages are, but I'm assuming they're at school. I'm just guessing. They might be older than that. They might be younger than that. But wherever they are, they're going to be very famous on Friday. And all their friends are going to go, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. You're that famous. Right. So anyway, let's move on. We got 15 minutes before the bell goes. We're going to be there. Let's check. We got CNBC.
ADP Assist is AI.
They're on a break at the moment. Of course, they're always on a break. Everybody's always having a break these days. Let's go to it. What's the next part? The 99% wipeout Trump's crypto experiment. Interesting. Well, we watch crypto fall again. This morning it popped up to sell off. That's not for me. I buy assets that are undervalued, making money. There's my Coca-Cola. Outperforming, beating the market again. So let's go straight into this story, shall we? The 99% wipeout Trump's crypto experiment. What crypto experiment are we talking about? Okay, let's have a look. Trump and Melania coins. Oh dear, dear, oh dear. Do you remember when the Trump and Melania coin came out? They were selling it at the table at the inauguration dinner, and Barron wanted to bring out one and they stopped it because it looked too obvious. It was awful. Trump and Melania coin. Shall we remind ourselves how badly these coins have performed? But don't worry. I just want you to know, don't worry. Trump and Melania made loads of money at your expense. So let's go to Trump, the official Trump coin. How much money have you made? Well, it's down 89%. But don't worry, Trump made loads of money. He's even richer now. Those of you that bought it have lost all your money. But don't worry, Trump sold it at the top, the very top. All right. It's the same story for Melania. They're really rich and they just got a whole lot richer. You lost everything. And the chance of you getting your money back is never. It ain't going to happen. Anyway, Trump and Melania coins. What do you make about that? All right, let's go and have a look. They look pretty good there in their boat, don't they? Insiders only, where everybody's sinking, going, we love you, we bought your coin, now it's worthless. Well, yeah, we sold it while we were sat at the table having dinner. It paid for the dinner 1 billion times over. The political momentum trade of 2025 officially hit a wall following President Trump's January inauguration. A wave of digital assets flooded the market, from his own meme coin to the First Lady's Melania token. The results were brutal for anyone who wasn't an insider. The Trump coin, which peaked at $75 in January, is currently trading 80% below those highs. Even worse, the Melania token has cratered 99%, oh, bloody hell, from its 13.73 launch price to a measly 9 cents. It's worth zero, has no value whatsoever. Data shows that while 58 whale wallets walked away with 1.1 billion in profits, over 764,000 retail investors are sitting on losses. Think of that. 750,000 Americans are holding the bag for Donald Trump and his wife. I don't know how you'd feel. Maybe you feel fine. Donald Trump says it's a souvenir. It's a memento. You can keep it to commemorate when I became the president. I'd rather buy a t-shirt and a hat. I wouldn't buy the coin. I told everybody not to buy it, and here we are today, lost all your money. This isn't about politics. It's about immutable physics of liquidity. Even with a friend in the White House, these tokens couldn't escape the pattern where prices rise. Leverage floods in and liquidity eventually dries up. A New York lawsuit filed in October alleges that the Melania project was a pump and dump scheme designed to lure retail buyers before insiders dumped their holdings. It's the worst story ever. It really, really is. And real human beings are just broke. Some people lost everything. For retail investors, the lessons is that political branding provides zero protection against market mechanics. When insiders and early participants cash out aggressively, the exit door is always too small for the crowd. Sensei's thought on this with 9 minutes to go before the bell goes. When just 58 people capture 1.1 billion, 58 people, while nearly 800,000 others lose, the retail crowd is simply serving as exit liquidity. Be careful. These trades are sometimes good in short term, but rarely for the long term. Think of that just for a moment. Absorb that for a moment. 58 people took all the money and 800,000 lost everything. 58 people. Trump, Melania, sons and daughters, cousins and brothers and sisters, and that's about it. That's about it. I told you. I had a direct link. I told you during the event it was happening. 58 people. I think that's the worst crypto story of all time. I don't think there's a worse story than that. That's awful. Terrible, terrible stuff. Anyway, there you go. So we're going to cover some Tesla in a minute. But before we cover Tesla, we've got 8 minutes to go. We're about to ring the bell. Then we're going to go deeper dive for members only on Silver later on, and then even deeper dive with phone-ins and live Q&A with our Electrum members. We do it twice a week. Twice a week we have Electrum events just for Electrum members where we go deeper dive and all the rest of it and so on and so forth. Anyway, so we've got 8 minutes to go, so let's read a few comments. Has everyone now taken part in our giveaway? It's pinned to the top. It's completely free. No downloads necessary. It's easy. It's difficult if you're lazy. If clicking follow or subscribe is hard, because some people find that hard, then this isn't for you, all right? But what you will do, as I always get, I get hundreds a day, people begging for money. I used to reply because I thought I was being nice, going, well, I do give money away and hardly anyone enters it. And then it just got worse. So I just decided to block it all. I don't do it anymore. It's a shame that really. There might have been some decent people in that, but it just got spoiled. But anyway, here is the giveaway. Let's go and see if anyone else has taken part. Remember, I'm not collecting emails. I don't know how to, wouldn't know what to do. And you're not going to get an email from me because I can't be bothered. I just pick up the phone. All right, that's not me. Let's see if any more people have done it. We had, was it 677? 682. 682 now people have entered the giveaway. That's it, out of 108,000. You know, if it was 50,000, I'd go, all right. But 682, that's all there is. Anyway, 5 minutes ago. Let's go over to, let me give you the link. Here's my X and Instagram. I want to share this post with you. This was a fun post. Where was it? This is the post that you can share to win tickets to our giveaway. 104 reposts now. Let me refresh that. Has that gone up? Seems so low, doesn't it? 108 now. I get people every time we do it going, I didn't think it was real. There were people online saying it was a scam and I missed out. And obviously it's not. You pay it. We do it all the time. We pay out cash prizes all the time. And I thought it wasn't real. Well, it is real and you're going to miss out on our best ever giveaway. Anyway, let me read some comments while we wait for the bell to ring. We've got 5 minutes to go. Who's excited today? I'm excited. I'm expecting to see Coca-Cola outperform the S&P 15% plus dividends. That's what I'm expecting. That's why I've got 300,000 just under invested in the asset. Is anyone in silver ETF? Says Liz. Can't read, but both are laughing while they hear Martyn saying their names. I love it, love it, love it. See, Marty, that's so cute, really. I'm happy for your happiness. It's great, isn't it? I've been saying gold and silver. Jonk's been saying. He's not a member, but he's been saying. That's awesome. See, Marty, God bless your family. You kind of get what you get when you buy meme coins. Yeah. Look, I'm a very straightforward, old-fashioned investor. I buy value. I don't care about the price. I aim at buying value. What gives me value? That's it. That's all I'm focused on. Value. What returns me money? If I spend 10, do I get 20 back? That's it. It's the simplest strategy in the world. Thanks, Martyn. Knew the coins were a pump and dump. Well, yeah. Because there was no value to them. Trump said it's a souvenir. Then buy a hat. Buy a t-shirt. At least you get a hat. It's not an investment, is it? Thank you, David, for all the links. Absolutely spot on. Thank you so much indeed. Just wait for the midterms. Trump will be finished, said DJ Hayes. Well, I don't know what's going to happen. Well, one thing we do know is there's 3 years to go for Trump. He can't do a third term. So this is the final hurrah. Good news. Got target 25 now. She in area. I'm not sure I know what any of that means. Appreciate the updates, Kevin. You're welcome. Let's go. Virgin Galactic. We'll do a deep dive on Virgin Galactic today. Oh, Potato. You missed the tax lots. It was on our last night on our Electrum membership event. I didn't know whether you were Electrum or not. We did a deep dive on tax lots. I showed you what I was doing, how I'm doing it, how I'm trading $300,000 with lots, being able to buy the bottom of the market, not pay taxes, get a tax reduction. In fact, all of it was covered last night. Consider upgrading. You can always downgrade if you want to, but we did a deep dive at your request. You said, can we do a deep dive in the members section? Unfortunately, you were never there. You didn't turn up. So anyway, there you go. Can you show us the tax lots on Coca-Cola, for example? Yes, I did a full half an hour deep dive on that. It's not hard. Just people don't use half the stuff on there. It's not hard, just people don't use half the stuff on there. I don't understand that comment. Would you explain that? Can you take a look at ARC? Oh, yes, I said I would do that today, didn't I? ARC Defense. I've got to do Members Week this week and do all the reviews. So I'll have a quick look at ARC Space and Defense. Chris, can you give me the ticker symbol, please? I'm going to have a quick look for you. It's not a full look. If you want a full review, you know how we do that. I don't know what the ticker for the one you want. ARC Space. Defense and exploration and innovations. I think it's this one. I'm just guessing. How long have I got? Oh, 30 seconds. Oh, bloody hell. 30 seconds. No one told me. Right, here we go. Bloody hell.
Necessarily, but I do think we should be mindful that we
30 seconds. Can't believe I nearly missed that.
500 in late
I've got
October.
I've got it up for you.
It does seem as if there's been a lot of sideways consolidation. You have things like Nvidia 10% off their high, Broadcom 15% off the high. So there's been some questioning of the leadership. I do wonder if that's maybe allowed the market to cool off a little bit and not go into next year really over its skis. Obviously, we'll see how that goes. I think the consensus is pretty bullish on next year, looking for double-digit gains on top of 3 very strong years.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony until one day a young man
The bell has now gone. The bell has now gone. Here we are. Oh, we've got a request for space. Have a quick look at space. Let's go for all our positions. I'm up again, beating the market again. Okay. Woohoo! Let's go. Let's have a little look. So here's my portfolio. I'm up 0.07. The S&P is now selling off. So yes, I'm beating the market again. Virgin Galactic down 2.37. We've got Palantir going down 1,000 times. Absolutely bonkers. Pay this price. By value, that's nuts. Anyway, that's nuts. Gold going down. Coca-Cola is going up to $80. It's going to go to $80 and beat the S&P in 2026. Plus that 3% dividend. I'm loving it. That's what real investing looks like, folks. Gold going down, Amazon going down, the S&P's going down, Apple's down, but trying to push back up. Enphase Energy, and my Coca-Cola is now running. We're making some money now. Every percent is $2,000. All in, 300 grand in that stock. And he was right again. Oh, I know you hate it, but it is what it is. Coca-Cola is up today, 70.01. We're going to lot sale. We're going to lot sale. Here we go. We're going to live on the show. We're going to lot sale. Live on the show. Coca-Cola. Here we go. Trade, sell, lots. Tax lots. Here we go. Let's make some money. Here we go. 70-10. 300 shares. That's $21,000. $21,000 when we hit 710. Are we going to do it? Watch the screen. Doop shoot me doop doop doopy doopy doop doopy 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 doopy. Because it's going up quickly. Trade, sell, shares, selling tax lots. Why is it not giving me it should be giving me a limit order. Let me go back in again. It should be giving me a limit order.
You burst in a fire,
sell,
my thirst and desire. You transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes.
limit order.
You burst in a fire,
Tax lots. Someone said, struggling to hear me. Yes, I was not focusing on talking there, Vaz. Sorry. Could do it. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Vaz. Music was too loud. Yes. I wasn't really paying attention to my audio. Sorry about that, Vaz. So we're watching. We'll keep an eye on this. This is our first lot selling today. We want to sell $20,000, bring our portfolio back into balance. So we'll keep an eye. I'll come back to it. I'll open another screen so I'm not going to miss it. Okay. I'll leave it over there. So for the minute, I'll go through here. I'm obviously putting the show on for you, but I'm also trying to trade $300,000 worth of assets as well. So the third of $1,000,000 here, folks. J&J, Chevron oil is up. Oil's going up. That's what I said. And it is. Tesla is going down today, 2.3. We're going to cover Tesla in a moment. McDonald's down 0.38. Google is down 0.6. Yeah, Microsoft down. Meta going down. Coca-Cola going up. Nvidia, I'm still watching it at 702. I want to see it past 710. Nvidia, I could set the limit order, but I don't want to. 186. Nvidia, Walmart up. Tilray Brands. I warned everybody it could go to $100 with change of policy, not just Trump signing a bit of paper, which actually means nothing in itself. Robinhood down. Rocket Lab too expensive. Plug Power manipulation. Bitcoin selling off today. Just keeps bouncing up and down. Will it explode? Maybe. Will it crash? Maybe. I just don't like that space at the moment. I want to own it. I'll try and buy 3 Bitcoin and 100,000 XRP, but not now. It is not this day. All right. So in the middle of a live trade here. So we're going to go back to Coca-Cola. It did pop up. We're trying to sell. I'll come back to the trade I'm trying to do here. So I want to sell at 70.10, $21,000. So that will lower my average. My average is currently running at 69.83. So it will come dramatically down if I sell those shares at $70.10. We got very close to it. We're only $14 away, but we don't lose money on this show. I've got 111 trades, 106 wins, and I'm not going to lose today. So we don't need to lose. We're not trying to reduce our tax with losing on purpose. So we're not going to do that. We are going to do a members only special. We are going to do a deeper dive on silver. We are going to do a look at ARK for one of our members. And it's not a full review, of course. We're not doing that. But I'll tell you what I'll do today. I will do, for our Electrum members, mini reviews. If you saw it last week at this time, I did Electrum members mini reviews. First come, first serve. Completely free. You don't have to super chat me or anything. If you are an Electrum member, when we go members only in a few moments, I'll do Q&A, live phone-ins, and so on and so forth. And then we'll go to Electrum, and I'll do free mini reviews. The first come, first serve. Whoever's in first requests it. I will do a mini review. Who's buying? Who's selling? The balance sheet, the profit, the loss. A very, very quick mini review. All right, and I'll do the first few that come in. All right, that'll be on our Electrum show this morning. Right. ARK, I've got that ready to go. I tried to enter the page. Said 403 forbidden. Becky, what page? martynlucas.com/giveaway. No, there's nothing wrong with it. Lots of people have entered. Refresh the screen or clean out your cache. There's nothing wrong with it. So we're on this screen. It's just dipping back down now for a minute. He did show on Electrum yesterday how he do that from what I see this morning. Yes, Liz. Potato, we did it last night looking for you. Yeah, we were. We were calling out his name and over again. Morning, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Good morning, Martyn. Where do you see silver going? I actually don't know. I literally have no real conviction. When I have conviction, I share it, but I don't have. Right, the trade's over. It's not happening for now. It got close. It's not happening yet. It's not happening yet. We've got the S&P trying to recover. That's why Coca-Cola is selling back down again. That's why I wanted to sell it and then buy another dip. But unfortunately, it hasn't come off yet. It will. I've just got to wait, have more patience. It might happen again in a minute, but it didn't happen yet. Anubis, good morning, Martyn. Where? Oh, I answered that one. I don't know. Been buying gold and silver for years now. Congratulations, Brian. Great, Brian. Sopper, good news. I'm not sure why you keep saying that. You're not a member. It doesn't make any sense. I read term and conditions to give away twice. At the end, it asks for your name, birthday, but it won't let me fill in those blanks. I read the term conditions to give away. At the end, it asks for name, birthday, but it won't let me fill in those blanks. If you're using a VPN or you've got a fraudulent email or blacklisted email, I can't control security. If you can't do it, a lot of people use VPNs and try and hide their email addresses. It doesn't work for those people because, we want transparency. So it could be that. I don't know. There's 100 things it could be, but I can assure you it's working. Where would you see the secret number? Where would you see the secret number on the stream? Christian, read what it says. It tells you which stream it's in. The stream was about a month ago. Please, I don't understand when people don't read. I don't understand this. I'm always baffled by this. People go, the magic number, right? Enter here only in the chat, the magic number. Click on it. Read it. This video here. It gives you the link to the video. It gives you the thumbnail of the video. It tells you what I'm going to do on the stream. It gives you the link. So you know it's this one. This one here. What I'm looking at with my mouse, not the stream you're watching right now. Just read it. People never read it. They just go, 50 free tickets. How do I get it? Well, open it, read it. And if you guess by going blah, 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 right, you'll end up being logged out. Some people have done that. They've just tried cheating. They've had bots they've had bots all day long putting numbers in, and then they get blocked from the competition. Just read it. I mean, it's hard not to laugh sometimes because I think I'm just trying to help people and nobody wants to read anything. Anyway, hi from the Netherlands. Raccoons TV, how are you? Quantum computing, can you have a look up? Can you have a look? I've got to focus on my members, I'm afraid, Hassan. The bell, we did it. ARKX, thank you very much indeed. ARKX. Okay, silver's now crashing all the way back down. I'm not buying that. ARKX. Okay. ARKX. Oh, I thought it was that one. Okay, that was one I was looking at. All right, we'll come to that in a minute then. So what we'll do, are you an Electrum member? It doesn't matter, I'll do it here anyway. Super chat, your secretary told you. What's that? Thank you for space. Yes, you did a super chat, didn't you? Trump is the Putin of the West in disguise. Martyn, music loud, can't hear you. Music is loud, hard to hear you. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about the music. I really apologize. I wasn't really... It was a $300,000 trade. I wasn't really paying attention to my microphone. I apologize for that. It's my mistake. Bought some Coke this morning, 50% portfolio in bonds, 20% Coke. Very nice. Wow. Yestin win. Yestin win. Yestin, sorry to lose you from the Discord. That was a great loss yesterday. Unless there's a pretend fake account called Yestin Win on X, on Discord. He didn't have a role. So I thought it's probably a scammer. So unfortunately, I had to delete that, kick that person out. I hope that wasn't you. But you've been such great support for the Discord, and there's more coming to Discord, so I would hate to lose you. But bought some more Coke this morning, 50% in bonds, 20% Coke, and the rest in SM. Oh my gosh, this is my portfolio, nearly. I mean, I'm 100% in Coca-Cola, but that is great. That's a great portfolio in my book anyway. Good morning, hello world. Everyone was in line to buy silver at the all-time high, dumping it on retail. Can someone call Martyn and tell him we can't hear him well? Yes. Music is way too loud than you. He did say Coke before. Coke is good. 2026 quantum computing. I've got to focus on my members. Shut up and dance, says Brian. Laugh. Good morning, Liz. Good morning, Vanessa. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, Vanessa. Thank you, Vaz. Yes, limit order. Ev told, oh my God, slide. I took my profit at the top, told everyone to sell when we did. Don't worry about the music. Now are both girls dancing around the living room. That's wonderful. Sorry about the audio being loud. I was in the middle of a $300,000 trade. So I was like this. I was over to one side. I wasn't focused. I apologize for that. $300,000, folks. All right. I've seen a question on your Discord about move from Coca-Cola and the UK equivalent CCH to reduce FX fees that are taking it big. Just wondering what your take is on that one. I've seen a question on Discord about moving from Coca-Cola to UK equivalent CCH to reduce FX fees. CCH? What's CCH? CCH. Well, that's not an equivalent. Operating a chicken restaurant. How is that? How is that the equivalent? How is that the equivalent? Oh, hang on. CCH. Hang on. Have I got the right one? It's a chicken. CCH. Yeah. CCH. A chicken company. I don't know what you mean by that's an equivalent. I'm not really sure about that. But anyway, if you could explain what you mean. Is tax lots a UK? No, it's not a US thing. Nearly all brokerages do lot selling. I did a deep dive on it. If you've not seen my deep dive on tax lots, if you've not watched that and you don't know what it is, you don't know how to trade. Oh, here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again. Come on. Come on, Coca-Cola. Let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. $300,000. I've got to keep my microphone because everybody complains when they can't hear me. Sell, shares, tax lots, market, limit order, 70, 10, whoops, $70.10, tax lots. Come on, Coca-Cola. There it is. 70.10. 0. We are currently at 70.04. So here we go. We're between the trade now. Is it going to happen now? Let's have a little look. This is a $300,000 position here. I'm selling from the top. You'll see my average plummet. I'm at $69.83. I want to sell at $70.10. It reduces my position, balances my portfolio. I pay no tax. I'm selling the precise lots that I want. In a moment, I'll give you my lot selling video. And it was also on the members only event last night. 70.04. I've got $300,000 now invested in Coca-Cola. What we're doing, we're selling from the top of the pile. We're using lots. It might be called lots or lot selling on your account. Here we go. Here we go. So what I've done, I'm selecting the lot. If you just go buy or sell, it's called FIFO rule, first in, first out. You're selling the wrong shares and you're always losing. You think you're winning and you're not. All right. You've got to be structured, disciplined, understand tax, understand the overall implications of your trade, where you go next. And I can sell for a profit. I can sell for a loss. I need to know which way I want to go. So at 70.10, I'm going to sell $21,000 of Coca-Cola for no profit at all and no loss at all. No tax implication whatsoever. And that will lower my average, and I'll keep the ones I bought at the bottom. Here we go, 70.08. It's going to $80. It's going to outperform the S&P in 2026. It's got a 15% gain this year, and it's going to make the 3% dividend or close to it. So it's going to outperform the S&P easily this in 2026. But I also want to manage my position and don't go all on one stock. I want to lower my average. Here we go. 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 I'm loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it. I can set the limit order now if I want to. In fact, I will. Here we go. Here we go. Done. All I've got to do now is click swipe, review, 300 shares. All I've got to do is swipe up and it will do it. If we're on a bit of a run, in fact, it's right on the bloody button. I'm going to swipe up and see if when we get it. It's placed. All right. So when it's placed. Right. So my average at the moment is 69.83. Remember, there has to be a penny in it. There has to be a penny in it. It has to go to 70 to 11. Come on. 70.10. We're not trying, and what we're doing, we're guaranteeing we buy the bottom now. That's what we're doing. Come on. Come on. 70.06. That was close. And you'll see how this will improve in a moment. 69.83 is my average. My average will probably drop to maybe 69.80. My profit will go up, but I've taken no profit. All right. I've protected my portfolio. 70.09, 70.09, 2 more cents. 70.10, 69.83. Is it sold? 69.83 is the average. Hasn't gone through yet. 1 more cent. Oh, it's 1 more. I think it's, yes, it's sold. It's sold. And my average has dropped to 69.81. 69.81. There you go. My average has come down. I'm now back to $250,000 in Coca-Cola. My average has improved. My profit is up. I've rebalanced my portfolio. That is our you lot sale. It doesn't matter if it goes to $80. It goes to $80 on these shares down here. The $250,000 plus the money that's on my Roth IRA. That is how you balance a portfolio. Now today I'm up nearly $900, $858. I've paid no tax, nearly $1,000 now. So I'm massively outperforming the S&P. The S&P is going down. This is what I've been saying now. So the S&P is down 0.5%. Crypto is also down, and Coca-Cola has made me $1,000. Now, you might go, but you've missed out on gains. It doesn't matter. I protected my portfolio. I've still got $250,000 invested in Coca-Cola. There you go. There's $1,000 up now. So every percent is $2,000. And I protected my position. So now what do I do? Well, now what I do now is I use the cash. I've got cash. Look, I've got $21,000, which I did not pay any tax on. I did not lose. I did not win. It was a wash. That was a win. Absolutely, that was a win. I could have sold it for 111. Doesn't matter. That was a win because I sold for a wash. I did not lose money, and it improved my position. So here we go. 112 wins now. 112 wins. I didn't want the win. 112 wins, 107 trades, 107 wins. There you go. That's now updated. Now what happens? Now, what we want now is Coca-Cola to fall back down again and then buy back lower. but I'm only buying if I can lower my average because I'm now overweight in the stock. So what I do now is I take this money, 21,000, and I buy SGov. So I earn myself 3.8%. So I go into SGov and I buy $21,000. I go trade, buy 20, whoops a daisy. I go dollars, because you can do it in SGov, it doesn't matter. $21,000 review and buy. I just bought SGov Treasury bills, $21,000, earning 3.8%. That is my cash equivalence. All right. I've got a bit more cash. Let's put that to work. I've got, hang on, did I use some margin? Oh, what the hell? Margin used 188,000. Hang on, I just, oh my God, what have I just done? What have I just done? Oh God. I just used margin. I just used $200,000 of margin. This is why I shouldn't be doing it live when I'm trying to, this is why I need to focus. Oh my God. Right, okay. That's ridiculous. Flipping heck. I just, oh my God. What a bloody, what an idiot. Right. Right. I've got a sell 200 and what the hell? 210. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is what happens.
At Brian_Bynum donated $2 through a super chat. 210k, not 21k.
I literally just made him. This is what happens when. This is what I'm saying, folks. I've got to pay attention to my portfolio. Oh God. Right. Margin used. 100. So I want to sell 189,000. God's sake. 189,000. Oh my gosh. SGov. 189,000. Sell. $189,000. Flipping heck, folks. I've got to stop here. Think. Right. 189,000. Right. 189,000. Review. Swipe up. Okay. Start again. All right. We're back to where we started from. Bloody hell. That was ridiculous. All right. Nearly just lost. Well, I didn't lose anything, but this is why you got to pay close attention, folks. That was a moment, wasn't it? All right. Okay. Back to here. Right, my cash is 30.51. 30.51. So they're going to focus now. 30.51. Back into SGov. Buy $30.51. We're all back into SGov now. Oh, that was a scary moment. Done. All right. So let's go back over to here. Let's make sure. Right, the margin is paid off. We have zero cash. We have cash equivalents. Oh my gosh. There was a moment for you. Okay. So now we've got an all-time high. We should now be at 289,700. We're at an all-time high because I've just took out $4,000 for tax. So we're at another all-time high. Let's give a round of applause to myself. Good stuff. Now then, let's make sure we got this right. Margin's paid off. Margin's paid off. The cash is all spent. We've got cash equivalents. That's what we mean by that. We can access that when we want. We don't want to buy the S&P. It's still falling. We're out of the S&P. We're back in SGov with $21,000. 21,000, not 210,000. Bloody hell. I mean, you don't use margin to buy SGov. That would be stupid, all right? That'd be stupid. Right. Coca-Cola is making me money. That's good. So what we want to do now, we want to go to the Roth IRA before it falls. Roth IRA and the same thing. Roth IRA. There's no tax lots on Roth IRA, so we wait for a bigger gain, which we've done now. So there's no cash. We go to Coca-Cola. I'm 100% in here, and I sell 10. No, well, yeah, I said trade, sell $10,000, sell $10,000 of Coca-Cola. Review. We're rallying now. As you can see, we're 70.18, so we're making extra profit. There's no lots on your Roth IRA because there's no tax, so you don't pay tax. So what you do is just trim. You just trim $10,000. There we go. Hopefully I get it right this time. Right, $10,000 on my Roth IRA. So my Coca-Cola is making me loads of money. Yeah, we got money there. It's 99% of my portfolio because I got that cash. But now I'm going to buy SGov. So I'm going to get the $10,000, $9,999.98. We're going to go into SGov. I'm not buying the S&P, obviously. Buy $9,999.98. Review. Swipe up. We're now moving back into SGov on our Roth IRA, earning us a guaranteed 3.8%. There you go. There's the 10 grand. That's now 21% of my portfolio. I'm still not buying the S&P. It's overbought, too expensive. Coca-Cola is now 77% of my portfolio. That's fine because I'm very heavy in it on the main account, so I'm okay with that. So there you go. There's my position. Now, 289.7. Have I got another all-time high? There you go. 2897. My money's now protected. I've rebalanced the portfolio. I've paid no tax on my Roth IRA because it's the Roth IRA. I've sold at the top, which is what you want to do because you can't lot sell on a Roth IRA. I've moved back into SGov, protecting my portfolio so I can use it as cash equivalents. So when and if, maybe it won't, Coca-Cola pulls back, I can buy more at a lower price. If it carries on running, that's fine. I expect it to run to $80. I expect it to carry on. But at the same time, want to have cash to be able to buy other things. I want to buy XRP. I want to buy Bitcoin. I want to buy the S&P 500, but not at these prices. Right now, it's all about going defensive. So there you go. That's my position. There we go. So looking great now. We're in a great position. So crypto is coming down again, breaking again lower. The S&P is going lower. That's perfect. SGov, we've now got a nice 8% of my portfolio. It's not much, but when I'm so convicted and committed that I believe that Coca-Cola is going to $80, then I don't want loads of cash sitting around doing nothing. My Coca-Cola now is $250,000 with what's on the Roth IRA combined. So it's down from 300 grand, but we're running now. Look, you see now we've got a really nice average. 69.81 is a really good average. We're pumping like crazy on Coca-Cola. This is absolutely brilliant. There you go. Another all-time high incoming. Here we go. 289. Have we got 290 now? Oh, come on. 290,000, which would be lovely to see considering I've taken the money out, about 4 or 5 grand to pay my tax, or part of. So to go back over to 290, considering I've stripped the portfolio of money, would be amazing. I want to see 300,000, and I will by the end of the year because obviously I'll... well, actually, no, I won't because I'm taking 8,000 out of here to put in the Roth IRA to get a match, a 3% match. So the main account will drop. There we go. 290,000 is back. Woohoo! Happy music. There you go. 200. Oh, we're running now. Coca-Cola is absolutely running now. Coca-Cola is absolutely running now, and we can see now we got Bitcoin now gaining speed on the way down. Oh, we got a star guest. Here we go. This is from Brian.
Adbrianda Lisandio donated £1.99 through a super chat. Question: how was that a win when you sold even?
How was that a win? Because I didn't lose any money. I got out, I improved my position, I lowered my average. The overall position was a win. Of course it was. I bought here wanting to buy lower. So I ended up buying here, and when it went back up to here, I sold these and kept these. Of course, That is a win. That's a massive win. I paid no tax. I could have sold for a profit. You saw it make a profit. I chose not to. I didn't want to take a profit, but I've improved my portfolio tenfold because I swapped the ones from here for the ones down here. The purpose of selling these for no money was to get the ones down here. You're wrong, Brian. You're absolutely wrong. You don't understand the full balancing of a portfolio.
Adbrianda Lisandio donated £1.99 through a super chat. Not a win, but not a loss.
No, sorry, Brian, I disagree with you. You're looking at it in a very simplistic way. You're trying to simplify it. It's not simple. I bought here at the top, knowing I wanted to swap them for the ones down here. When I got down here, I bought the ones down here. When it came back to here, I sold these and kept these. So I swapped them. That's a huge win. That's a huge win. Can you not see that? Can everybody else chime in? Can anybody else understand what I've just done was a huge win? Brian is going, you didn't sell it for a profit. Even though I absolutely could have made tons of profit, I chose not to from a tax implication because my tax is sitting at a threshold. That would have been a loss if I'd sold for a profit because I would have ended up paying a lot more tax as I would jump to a higher tax bracket. I've made a lot of money this year on my portfolio and I've made a lot of money on YouTube this year. I would end up being a very high tax bracket taxpayer. I don't want to be. I'm at the threshold of paying an increased level of tax. It would be a massive loss. You've got to look at the overall thing. All right. So people that don't understand the market are now coming in. Patrick Black, it's not one of our members. He's also saying it's not a win. It's not a win. It's a massive win. If you understand the full complexity of the whole thing, it's a massive win. If I'd sold it for a profit and I chose not to, I could have done. Coca-Cola is rallying like crazy. I decided to sell it for the exact same price because I'm swapping the lot for the lower lot. This lot is protected. This lot is a win, a massive win. Ah, wonderful. Brian has now said, okay, understand now. There you go.
Adbrianda Lisandio donated £1.99 through a super chat. Okay, understand now.
There you go. Absolutely really important this, and these are the mistakes. I'm glad, Brian, that you've brought this up because so many people focus on the basic stuff, the surface level trading, the surface level transactions, and they think they're winning when they're losing. They think they're losing when they're winning. They don't understand. It's a much more complex system. We make it simple. Robinhood make it simple so you can just go on your phone and you can trade and you can think you're winning. Remember, Robinhood is a business. It wants you to trade. Because you can trade doesn't mean you should trade. As long as you trade, Robinhood make money. That's not the right thing to do. What we're doing here on this channel is trying to help people and educate people how to build a portfolio, how to build something. The job is not about taking profit today. It's buying businesses that are making money, that have cash flow, that you can buy under value, that are making money, and you can buy them at lower and lower prices. We are all about value, not price. If you focus on the price, you go, didn't make any money. If you focus on the whole implication of tax, value, it was a huge win. Absolutely huge win. All right. I can ask, I asked me why they need the birthday Discord to get in. Can you, I asked me why they need the birthday on Discord to get in. Can you explain, please? The reason why I opted for add your age is because we don't on YouTube want to give away prize money to underage people. That's why. All right. So if you say you're 18, we take you at your word. You can say any age you want. We don't know. We don't fact check you. If you want to say you're 99 or you're 1, it's up to you. If you want to lie, it's up to you. We don't fact check you. But if you say you're over 18, then you're an adult. If you lied, that's onus is on you. So that's why we ask for the age. We're trying to be responsible and pay out to adults, not children. Please have a look. The UK investor, you pay FX when selling. Let me come back to that then. I'm trying to do 1,000 things here. Good morning, banana heads. Good afternoon. Orbs pumping. Thank you. We'll take a look at all of this. High dividends. Thank you for that, Kazansky. Got a couple of years to go. Oh, got to refresh my screen. I've just lost all my screens. Oh, hang on. Oh, I like this. From Brian. I like this. This is nice.
At Brianda Lisandio donated £1.99 through a super chat. Thanks for explaining so everyone understands.
Absolutely. That's what this channel is about. Thank you. Brian, thank you for your support. Thank you for your understanding. That's great. And I'm glad we've all learned something, right? It's great. Got a couple of years to go yet. Crypto is going to be profitable, more stable, in my opinion anyways. Tale the unexpected, or remember that show on in Britain, it was great. Crazy my broker don't show the same candle like Robinhood shows Martyn. It's not a candle, that's why. I don't do candles. I do line charts. I can do candles if you want. Here you are. Here it comes. I can do candles. How many candles do you want? 4 candles? 2 candles? Look, we can go candles. I can do candles. Overcomplicates it. I'm a value investor. I'm not looking at the candles. I'm looking at the balance sheet and then trimming and then taking care of tax, taking care of business. That's what I do. I don't need the fancy charts. There's the fancy charts. I just need that. So you're saying it's crazy my broker doesn't show the same candle like Robinhood shows Martyn. That's not a candle. It's just a line. Basic stuff. I got the most basic way of investing there is, but it works. It makes me money. All right. It's really that simple. That simple. Silver, I'm not in silver. Lucas AIDS, yes. James, morning James, says Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa. Good afternoon. Bravo, Martyn. Yes. Hi, James. Give, please. Give, please. I did have a nice Christmas, says Vanessa. 210 versus 21,000. Yes, I know. Can you believe it? Hey, you all saw me do it. What a mess up that was. I bought 50 ounces of silver. Good luck to you. Yeah, everyone's laughing at me. Literally, I spent $210,000 today. Oh, God. Good heart, Vanessa. Yeah, Brian, thank you for alerting me. Escov, yeah. How long does it take a settlement time when you sell? If you're a gold customer, it's instant. If you've got 25,000, it's instant. I can transfer $500,000 in my account, out of my account in 1 second, straight away for free, instantly. I can trade instantly. I don't wait for settlement funds. Once you go gold and you have $20,000, I think it is, you can do the same thing. So there you go. Escov, yeah, crazy, right? We saw you use 200,000 instead of 20. I just choked on my coffee when you put in that order. I bet you did. What's he doing? 210,000. Don't. I can't believe it. I had a heart attack for you. I had a heart attack. See, this is why I've got to focus on my trades, not so much the entertainment. It's a bad way to fly. I had a heart attack. Good problem to have. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I've got plenty of, I mean, remember folks, I started with $5,000. Everyone can do what I did. I didn't do anything clever. I just buy value. I read balance sheets. I don't gamble. I don't guess. I'm not afraid to sell. I take profits. I trim, but I know how to take profits. I know how to trim. I know when to trim. I know how to buy the bottom. And everything I do, everybody else can do. From $5,000 to $290. And remember, there's 4 or 5 out for tax now. I'm nearly $295,000 when just touching 300 grand. All right, from 5,000. There's nothing that I do that's clever. right? Everyone can do it. That's what I want everyone to know that. Yes, great to have a nice Christmas. Silver is stop loss hurting today. I never use stop losses, ever. Stop losses are designed to benefit the brokerage. If you want to know what I mean, ask me. Stop losses are a terrible thing. They only protect you when you don't know what you own, and they protect the brokerage. They always make money. It's terrible thing. Terrible thing. I'll explain it if anybody asks. Oh no, what's this? What's this?
At 1,970 a Buckley donated $5 through a super chat. I saw your goof this morning. LOL, glad I'm not the only one who flubs a trade once in a while. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
200. Hey Leah, are you bringing in a tea or something? All right, I'll wait till you come to the curtain. You won't believe what just happened. You won't believe what just happened. Leah's going to have a heart attack when I tell her. She's going to, why did you tell me that? I didn't want to know. But that's the difference, folks, you see. I knew what I was doing, and I corrected it instantly. Doesn't really matter. Sorry to hear about Patty. Yeah, wasn't that... Yeah, me and Leah shed a tear yesterday. It was very, very sad. Okay, James. Brian Alessandro. We answered all that now. How could it be a win, not a win, and then not a win? Patrick Black chimed in. Not a win, and then he understood. Lowered my... in the red corner, the World Piano Man, 112 trade, 107 wins. And one no contest. Brian, I like it. Lowered average cost per share by selling the higher ones and keeping the ones bought on the dip. Exactly. Love to be doing tax lots, but don't think you can in the UK. I think it's on Trading 212. It's on, Leah, so listen to this, right? So today Coca-Cola was up, great. So I took some profit, fantastic, no tax, whatever. Perfect, exactly what I thought it would do. It did it today. So then I put my money back in SGov, and I wanted to buy $21,000 of SGov, which was what I just sold in Coca-Cola. But I accidentally added a naught, and I bought $210,000 of SGov. So I used nearly $250,000 of margin in one hit. So okay, I pressed the button and put it back. I just added a zero. It's all good. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Shouldn't have told Leah. She's like, oh my God. She's going, I can't believe it. You've literally got your button on a nuclear bomb. It's all right. Don't worry about it. I saw what I did and just sold it back. It makes no bloody difference. I'm not buying assets that can go down. I'm buying assets of value. They don't make no difference. Okay, understand now. Definitely a win. Cameron Griffin, definitely a win. There you go. I love to see when people understand it. Hello. What's this, governor? Hello, gaming. Instead of owning 100 shares at $10, Martyn now owns 100 shares at $9.50, and it's not cost him anything to do it. Oh, I love this. I love when the members can see now and understand it and then translate it into their language. That means people are learning things. So instead of owning 100 shares at 10, this is great. Look at this, Walton. Instead of owning 100 shares at 10, Martyn now owns 100 shares at $9.50, and it cost him, and it's not cost him anything to do that. That's it. That is the best quote of the day. I love that. That's coming from a member. Everyone read that and digest that. Martyn, instead of owning 100 shares at 10, Martyn now owns 100 shares at $9.50, and it's not cost him anything to do it. That's brilliant. That is exactly it. Walton, thank you. Great. I love it. Marvelous. Thank you very much. That means people are learning stuff. That's great. That's all I want to do. He sold the shares to lower the average of his shares to increase profit margin. Absolutely. But more importantly, Frank and Muff, more than just that. I've now increased the amount of money I can borrow. My portfolio has a greater potential. It has a greater profit. It has a lower average, which means the margin that I'm allowed to borrow will be greater. Everything about my portfolio just got better. It's not about winning today. I've made $10. I've made $1,000. The job today is build the portfolio. That is the job. People are chasing numbers and profit. I am chasing businesses, buying them under value. That's why, as we see crypto go down again today, think about it, folks. Think about it. I like XRP, but think about this. If you were in XRP for a whole year, 12 months, you are down 14%. I have made 45% on the S&P and Coca-Cola, nearly all Coca-Cola, by buying with conviction. So I'm 60% better off than you. And now I can sell for a profit if I want to, and I can buy XRP down here. I don't want to, but I could. So does it make sense to speculate and sit around doing nothing and waiting, joining fan clubs? Well, if you've joined a fan club, remember, I bought XRP at 38, and every time I've sold it for a profit. And every time I bought it back at a better price and made more profit. I built a portfolio of over $290,000 from $5,000. If you join a fan club, as so many people do, I'm buying, I'm not selling, I'm just going to keep holding forever, you're just missing out on all the gains. Now, you might go up to $10. XRP might go to $10. We think it will. However, if you've been losing money for years and not been taking profit and not been lowering your average, the chances are when it goes to $10, you'll end up buying all the way up to $10 and maybe you make 100%. Maybe you make 100%, but then you'll pay tax on it because you'll do it the wrong way. So you'll end up giving 20% of that at least to the tax man. Could be more if you're a high-paying tax account, right? Whereas I've probably done better than that by just owning value. I don't have to gamble, guess, have sleepless nights. Nearly had a sleepless night about my ESCO a moment ago. But other than that, so at the end of the day, you're sitting around waiting. I'm not sitting around waiting. I'm looking at balance sheets, finding businesses that make me money. That's it. He sold no contest. It's a dollar cost average trade win. Good afternoon all. No tax lots in the UK. Only average price. There are lots. There are absolutely lots. You can, on a brokerage, you change your brokerage. There are brokerage apps that allow lot selling. Legally, they have to do it. And if they don't, Robinhood didn't do it until recently. And you can email them and say, I want you to sell this specific lot. And as long as you do it inside the settlement period, they do it for you. I found that out for you and shared it live on the show. So you can. It's something you can do with any brokerage. You just might have to contact them. It's a draw. So in trading terms, it's a win. Yes, didn't win. It's much bigger than a draw for all the reasons we've given. That is way better. Doing what I did today was way better than trying to sell for 10 cents profit and make $1,000. It's about building the portfolio for the future. Can you explain this again, please? Which part? Increased bang for buck spent. Morning, Yestin, morning. Sometimes you have to go a little deeper in your explanation. Breaking even isn't a win to me, not a loss, not a profit. Sorry. Patrick Black, I'm sorry. You don't understand. The lack of your knowledge doesn't make it right, doesn't make you right. There's another saying I like to use. A lack of preparation doesn't constitute panic on my part. Okay? Just because you don't know doesn't make it so. Or doesn't make me wrong because you don't understand the rules of the game. CCH. Let me bring that up a minute. CCH. People are telling me CCH is Coca-Cola. Oh, yes, the London Stock Exchange. Oh, this is a Swiss company. Yeah, is this the same? Oh yeah, it's a bottling company. Right, okay, I've got it up now. I'll look at that in a second. I've got it up. I'll do these requests in a moment. I've got it up now. I understand what Martyn is doing is buying stocks on the way down, then selling stocks he owns priced higher at break even to bring his average down and avoid tax when selling at break even. Well, afternoon where you are. Hello, Cedar Trees. Good afternoon. How are you? Tax lot doesn't matter inside ISA shares in the UK. No, it doesn't, because you're not paying any tax. So it can't matter in your ISA, can it? Absolutely not. What about in the UK? Yes, you can just lot selling, contact your brokerage, and you might have to email them. Yup, said Yestin. Thanks for explaining so everyone understands. Brian, you are very welcome. I'm 18. If you want, I'm over 18. Thanks for... I'm 18. Even if you want, I'm over 18. Thanks for answering. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we can't... we're not policing you. If you want to lie and say you're 18 when you're 10, if you want to say you're 18 when you're 90, that's up to you. It's on you. If we pay you out and you're a child, or that's on you, right? We ask you to verify your age because you're saying you're over 18. All right, that's it. Good morning, all. 1970. Good morning, Yestin. Good morning, Buckley. Liz, I have my caffeine ready. Hot tea. I think I might take a coffee. 4 candles, eat 4 candles. English over 50, understand. Yep. That was for all the old boys. It's the 3rd year Santa is gone for the rally. I think his sleigh is leaking coins. Good afternoon, Kazansky. All right, Jimbo. Santa has an EV sleigh. Can't hold a charge. So much for the Santa rally. I had a Santa rally. I'm just saying, Santa Rally came for me because I bought value. Now, what if, and some of you are going to say, oh yeah, but what if Coca-Cola goes right down in a minute? That's fine. Coca-Cola can go back down. I hope it does. Because remember, I'm not buying the price, I'm buying the future value. I've now got an average of 69.81. If Coca-Cola goes down to 69.50, I'll buy those shares I just bought back and more. The $21,000 I just bought, I'll spend another $50,000, maybe $100,000 and buy at 69.50. Absolutely. And then I'll sell the ones that are at 69. You know, the ones at the top, 69.99 or whatever, eventually. I'll just keep doing that. What I'm doing is building a position. It's not about the profit I can make today. It's about the profit I will have tomorrow when I need it. HOVR, please. We'll do the mini reviews on the Electrum event in a minute. All right. Okay. Thank you, Brian, David Hensley, for all the links. Saw your goof. Yeah, I know. Val missed it. Did I hear? Shalom, Liz. I wouldn't dare tell my missus. Leah will have a moment. She'll go, what the bloody hell? But she trusts me and respects me and she'll be fine with it. She won't understand it. She doesn't know what's going on in here. Half of it, obviously. I don't know what's going on in her office. A general idea what she's doing, but I don't know day to day. But I trust my wife and I understand and I respect my wife. So there you go. She will have a little bit of a wobble later on. She'll go, what the hell? What, you suddenly did that? Don't worry, babe. It's fine. Absolutely fine. I have the abort button. Don't worry. We've got lots of new members we're gifted today. Please do thank. Now listen, someone mentioned this yesterday. Somebody mentioned this yesterday that they got Electrum for a couple of bucks, not the $10. And they went, it's amazing. How did that happen? That happened for 2 reasons. One, they bought it on the website and not the app. 2, they were given, the most important reason, they were given a bronze membership from 1970 Buckley, so you can upgrade for the difference. So you can basically get a better deal. You can get Electrum. We're going to go there in a minute. I'll do some mini reviews for free. We'll do several, and we'll do the charts on Coca-Cola, that UK one. And someone asked about the ARK Invest. We'll do all that. Okay, we'll do all your requests. I'm trading on 212 and can't do tax lots. Walton. If you're in the UK and you're on trading 212 and you can't find it, it's in the settings. And if you can't find it, email customer services and say, I'd like to select specific lots. And you can email them. They do provide that service. It's not spoken about because people just don't do it. They don't even know it exists half the time. It's more paperwork for them. You were just about to tell me how to do tax lots on Trading 212. That's my main brokerage, Kazansky. Yeah. So if you are in the UK and you can't find it, email the brokerage. It's like a legal requirement. You can sell lots. You might have to email them and tell them. When I did it with Robinhood, I had to email them and tell them what lot, what day, how much, and so on. And they can do that. They can put that lot through. So it might be a manual thing. All right. It's very important. It really improves your tools in the shed. It can really amplify your gains, like big time. Hello all. Thank you for the gifted membership over. Yes, Christian Investment. So you just want a membership from. You didn't win it. Well, you did win it. It was gifted to you, right? 1970 Buckley just bought it for you. So now consider upgrading to Electrum. We're going to be there in a minute for the deep dive on silver. We're going to do the reviews on those stocks. We're going to do several mini reviews and a couple of requests. Virgin Galactic. Someone said the ARK Invest. There's a few things we're going to do for you, all right? LJ says they don't provide tax lots. It's HMRC in the UK, Her Majesty's Revenue Commission, Revenue Collections. Yes, but you need to just email them. They'll do it for you manually. And your wife. Love your dad and mum. Good morning and safe travel, Zach. Under the UK, you can't choose lots. Until that changes, Trading 2 can't offer that service. Shares are grouped into sections. 104 holding all shares of the same type, so you can't distinguish. Walton, well, that's what you think, or that's what you found out. That's fine. However, I can tell you that I have done it by contacting the brokerage. I can't speak for everyone's situation. I can't speak for everyone's brokerage. Obviously, I'm only showing you what I can. I can't give tax advice or financial advice. I'm just showing you what I'm doing and helping you in any way I can. If you're telling me that it's not possible on your brokerage, then it's not. If you've emailed them and spoke to them directly and it's not, it's not. I don't know what else I can say. Try a different brokerage, but it does exist. All right, I'm doing it. And also, I'd like to say, if you are in the UK, here's Robinhood UK. Robinhood UK, there it is. I've actually got Robinhood UK. There is a link. I'll give it you twice. And here is Robinhood USA in the chat. If you click on that now, you can set up it. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get any benefit from this at all, other than if you use my UK link or my USA link, because I've got an account in both, you will get free shares. I get free shares. Sometimes it's $5. Sometimes it's a whole share of Apple. We've had someone on the show win a share of Apple. It does happen. They are bringing a new ISA with lots to the platform for the UK. So if you haven't got it and you'd like to get it, there's Robinhood. Go and get it. You've got the link. I've given it to you, and ISAs are coming to the UK imminently, like the end of this year, which is like now, isn't it? So you want to get that, and lot selling should be in there according to Robinhood. Okay, So I've given you the links in the chat. Sign up. If you do it now, it'll tell me you've done it, and I'll tell you what I've got as a share. I'll share it with you. You see what you get. You can tell me what you get. Maybe you get an Apple share. Maybe you get $5. But the most important thing is you will end up with an ISA, and I believe lots selling is coming. All right. So anyway, 10com, I don't know what that means. Zach, over the last week, gold and silver propaganda reached a fever pitch. Knew it was the top. Honor the father and mother. Yes, all over social media. That's when you know it's over. 10cc. Afternoon peep, says Slim Jim. Liz, and God bless Alex. So sorry. Yeah, Alex, one of our founder members, lost his mother yesterday live on the show. He told us that he lost his mother at Christmas. Really, really sad. Buy high, sell low. All the plebs on Facebook are raving about gold and silver. There you go. You are right, Song of Space. Hit the euphoria stage and people in line to buy it at all-time highs. Martyn, how long? I didn't buy any. Don't put me in that category. I bought value and I'm up beating the market again. Martyn, how long do you expect to play defensively? Until the market dictates, until debt comes down, until the carry trade unwinds, until the market goes into value again, 21 times earnings, not 30 times earnings. When GDP of the country is less than the stock market, is more than the stock market. When valuations come back into balance, simple as that. But also remember, and I think this is very important, don't use the word defensively because I think everything's about to crash. So I don't know what to do. I know exactly what I want to do. I'm not buying Coca-Cola because it's a special magic thing and it won't go down when everything crashes. It will. It will just go down less. The reason why I'm buying Coca-Cola and not XRP at the moment and not Bitcoin at the moment and not the S&P at the moment, as you can see, is because Coca-Cola is a great value asset to buy. Not just it's defensive. It's also going to $80 purely on the balance sheet. The numbers, the balance sheet, simple as that. And because we have a new COO, everybody freaked out and sold the shares and brought the price down. Oh no, we're getting rid of the CEO. That's terrible. We can't do that. Well, what do you mean? You're replacing him with a COO who's been around for like 20 odd years. And the COO, the operations officer, is better as a CEO in a year when we have America's, whatever it is, 250 years or whatever it is, special celebration. Coca-Cola is the lead sponsor, and the COO, the operations officer, he's the number one guy in event time. And you've got the World Cup, and you've got the new flavors coming out, and you've got the Costa deal. The Costa deal made everybody sell. Oh, no, I'm selling Costa coffee. I'm selling Coca-Cola because the Costa deal is losing the money. They're getting rid of it because it's losing the money. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So add these all together, add the balance sheet, add the earnings, and add the expectations, everything else. That's why I bought it. People say it's a defensive play, and it kind of is, because when we sell tech, we buy Coca-Cola. But it's not for that reason, because that's not enough of a reason. I've got to buy value. I can't believe this. Oh, Chris.
At Chris Investment has become a member.
Electrum. Okay, look how much money we're making now. Now we're making stupid money now, look. Look at that now. Look at my portfolio now. I will say, folks, still a great buy. Still a great buy. Coca-Cola is going to $80. That is my worst case scenario. 96 is my best case scenario. And that's not charts, that's not lines, that's not squiggles in the sky. That's balance sheets, profits, margins, so on and so forth. All right. Martyn, prior preparation and planning prevents a piss poor performance, said Tidy. It's like the meme where they show no one in line for 20 silver, but yes, they all start buying at 70. I've seen that, Songs of Space. You're absolutely spot on. Yeah, it's sad people do that because they will lose, rich get richer. No, but no one is willing to listen or learn. We have nearly 2,000 members, mate, that listen here, I hope. Bullish flag. I think crypto this week will be in the green. I'm not buying it. Absolutely not. There's too many great businesses that are making money with cash flow that are undervalued. Like Coca-Cola, for example. I mean, wow, silver down 10% now. Do you? So you're saying in 10 years? I'm not saying in 10 years. I can't predict 10 years out. I read balance sheets yearly. I can't predict 10 years. I'm sure Tom Lee will predict 10 years out. I'm sure anybody that's a salesman like Michael Saylor will predict 10 years out, but I'm not doing that. In fact, they do. I don't think they do. Michael Saylor's always saying that, you know, by 2035, a Bitcoin will be 10 million, and you can't model that. When I buy stuff and when I invest, I model it. I look at the numbers and go, right, let me give you an example, guys. Let me give you a real simple example of how I buy a business. So I'll talk about my business. My business. I double my rate of growth every month. I have done for 4 years. I've proved to you, the shareholder, the potential shareholder, because now I'm pre-IPO, I've proved to you that I turn up every single day. I prove to you that I make money. The channel makes money. It's 100% profitable. Hardly any expenses whatsoever. I'm doubling my rate of growth, record numbers of subscribers, record numbers of members. Everything's going up all the time and like doubling its rate of growth. It took us 4 years to get to 100,000. It's going to take 2 years to get to 1 million. In the last 3 months since we hit 100,000, we're nearly 109,000. So 9% of what we did in 4 years, we did in 3 years. So this is my business. Imagine you are analyzing my business. You are seeing my trajectory go straight up, parabolic, profitable, no expenses, no debt, unique, proprietary. No one can do what I do. Commitment, good management, moat, got a moat round me, no debt, massive margins, 100% profit, great business. Right? So I say I want to raise $100,000 to buy a better studio. With a better studio, I can make more money. I can double my income. Not I'm going to give myself a pay rise and buy a Ferrari. That would be a bad investment. But I say to you, I am going to release some shares of my business. I want to raise 100 grand so I can expand the studio, because with that, with what I know, which I proved what I know, I can make double. So you look at me and go, everything you've said, balance sheet, moats, margin, profit, management, reputation, uniqueness, proprietary, I'm buying shares of your business. So I say today, I'm putting my shares up for value, up for sale. So this year, I earned $100,000. No, I didn't. Oh, I'm getting close to that. Yeah. So say I earned $100,000 on YouTube this year, and I'm expected to earn $200,000 next year. The business would be valued on the open market of $200,000. What it's earning this year, what it's earning next year, half of that. That's the way you value a business. That's the recognized standard. So my business is worth $200,000. So I have 200,000 shares, $1 each, or one share at $200,000. Doesn't matter. The business is valued at $200,000. You all pile in and you start buying my shares. Now then, you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm producing. You know what my profit is. Well, this is what I know about VU, Coca-Cola, Escov. They all serve different. One's high risk, S&P. Escov is cash equivalents in times of in between a stock and an asset. And Coca-Cola is defensive, but it's also a business that makes a lot of money. it can be undervalued. So you make an investment in my business. That's how I buy Coca-Cola. Not because everything is going to poo and I want to buy something to protect me, because nothing will protect you. Gold's not going to protect you. Bitcoin's not going to protect you. It's not a hedge against inflation. All these things are speculative guesses and gambles. I want to know what I'm buying is worth less than its face value. That's it. I buy a can of Coke for 50 cents. I can sell it for $1. It's it. Simple calculation there, isn't it? So you decide to buy my business. Now then, you all buy my business on IPO day. All the shares sell out. Every single one. $200,000 raised. Shares are all worth combined $200,000. Hasn't gone up. People on the outside who don't have the shares look at your shares of my business and go, I want that because I can see it's going to go up in price. Martyn's going to double his income next year and double it again and double it again. I want those shares. They're going to go up. So you say I'm not selling. So the market makers match up buyers with sellers. You say I'm not selling. Someone offers $300,000 for the value of the business. So all the shares, $300,000. So there's 300,000 shares worth $1, or the same amount of shares, but they've now gone up by $1. It's worth 300,000. They've gone up by a third, 30%. No one's selling. No one sells. We've got $300,000 value because the price has gone up, but no one's selling. That's why the price goes up. Then a few people start selling at 300,000, so the price starts to go up. Now the people who sold from 200,000, they bought value and they sold it to people speculating about the future income. Now, the first 100,000 is expected because the show's doubling, Okay. Would have been better to buy at pre-IPO price at the value, but you paid a bit of inflation because of the future earnings. However, those that start getting excited and paying 400,000 valuation market cap, 500,000, $500,000, $1 million, they're paying future years revenue. I won't do that. I won't do that. That's not good. So I wait until I see a business come under value. Coca-Cola. Now then, don't confuse undervalue with being cheap or less than it earns. You're never going to get that. Just like I said to you, $200,000 is the value, but I only earned $100,000 this year. You can have an extra year, but you can't have 10 years. You can't have 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years. There's a limit. So you never buy a great business that makes profit, that is a good investment, under value. Truly undervalue. You can't. Coca-Cola shares aren't going to all sell today for $1. Why? Because as people start selling off for whatever reason, macro conditions, World War III, everybody hates Coca-Cola all of a sudden, I don't know, the price comes down, but people reading the balance sheet like me go, it makes this amount of money and the shares are down here. It will never get there. Because as it gets closer and closer and closer to this level, people start buying in, the price goes back up again. All it is market makers match up with buyers and sellers. That's all this game is, matching it up with buyers and sellers. So you're never going to get a profitable, good quality business at truly undervalue. Because it just won't get there. It can't just get there. All right? So I hope that makes sense. So that's how you value a business. So when I go out in the marketplace, on the stock market, it's a market. I'm looking around the market. I'm looking to buy great businesses. I'm not looking to guess. I'm not looking to gamble. I'm not looking to speculate. Those that want to speculate and rummage around in the dirt, I will be the one to sell them the shovels. I'll build a business and sell them shovels, and you can buy my shovel from me. And that's what happened. I think it was Macy's. with the gold rush. They became Macy's, whatever it was. So you don't want to be the guy. I mean, people will, because people want to get rich in 5 minutes, speculate and gamble. There's people today running out and buying silver. I'm not buying silver. I'm buying something that I know could give me a return. I know can give me a return. Now, you might argue, yeah, but you're only going to make 5%. You're only going to make, well, as it turns out, I'm going to make 15% plus dividends next year. That's beating the market. Now, you might go, yeah, but when my XRP goes up, I'm making 1,000%. Well, yeah, you might, but you might wait 20 years for it to make 1,000%. By then, I've made 1,000% anyway. What if it goes to zero? I'm not going to go zero. The point is, if you keep focusing on value and keep making money, you will get to the point, and I will get there in the next few years. I will get this portfolio to $1 million. And when it gets to $1 million, I will be earning 100 grand a year to do absolutely nothing. That is building a portfolio. That's what this is all about. We're trying to build a portfolio for the future. What we want to do is we want to exist in this world, and as we're going along existing and doing our lives, we want people working at businesses, making things, fixing things, providing value and services to the world, working for us, providing us an income. It's very well documented and known. Those that own great businesses earn more than the CEO who works there. Warren Buffett earns more than anybody else at Coca-Cola, and he does absolutely nothing. He simply owns the business. That's what I want to do. That is what I do. I want to own the business so the business can make me money. And that's it. And provide me with income and security. And whenever I want to borrow against it or sell it or gift it, I can. So that's how you value a business. That's how you decide what to buy and what not to buy. Now, of course, you could go the other way. And you could look at the story. That all this is a story. The story is it replaces gold, it's digital gold, or it's this, it's that, it's the future, digital capital, blah, 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 blah. But does it make any money? No. Does it cost money? Yeah, it costs a lot of money. To make Bitcoin is one of the most expensive things in the world. The cost of producing the electricity to run these things, the data centers, blah, blah, blah. It costs money. Does it make any money? Doesn't make any money. Well, how's it gone up? The market makers match the buyers with the sellers. Michael Saylor's job, as Tom Lee's job, is to constantly sell the story. And it works in today's society, because today's society is filled with debt, worry, stress, third world wars, macro conditions. So people are lazy. And when people are told you can get rich in 5 minutes for doing nothing, I like that idea. I hate that idea. And you know why the channel has grown the way it's grown? Because I choose to do the hard thing. I choose to do the hard thing. Like John Kennedy said that about going to space. And the reason why I choose to do the hard thing is because nobody else will do it. 95% of day traders lose money. 99% of people that start YouTube channels fail because they will not apply themselves year in, year out, 12 hours a day. They'll try to find the quick, easy fix, the cheat. They'll make an AI video, or they'll put something out where they might get a trending thing where people just click on it. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. It works for now. It works for 5 minutes. I don't want that. I want to build something. So for me, I like the technology of Bitcoin, XR. Well, not the technology of Bitcoin, actually. That's not really much there. But XRP and Ethereum, yes. Now, I bought it when it was pennies. It's not pennies now. I took profit. But right now, I don't want it. I don't want it at this price. And the more money I make, the more safe my portfolio gets, the more money I make with buying value, the less I need or even desire risking money. If I get to $1 million, which I will ahead of schedule, why do I even need to risk any money on anything again? Because if I can live on 100 grand a year, and I can, very comfortably, I won't even be selling any of my assets. I'll be living on the top up, the profit every year. I won't be touching the capital. Now, this is a very important point to make. You need to know what your goals are and what your aim is. And if you don't know what your goal is and what your aim is, you will never be successful. If you're flipping, flopping all over the place, you'll end up with nothing. You'll end up with egg on your face. So know what your goal is. Is your goal to own another Ferrari? Mine isn't. I don't even own any car. Cars just cost me money. I've got no use for a car sitting in the garage doing nothing. So I don't own a car. So know what your goal is. Know what your timeline is. Now, if you're younger than me, which everybody is, I'm 56. If you are younger than me, you're 20, 30, 40, you can make mistakes. You can get over them. I can't really make a mistake and get over it now. If I lost all my money today, it would be horrible. So as you get older, you've got to protect your money. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because compounding interest, 10% a year, doing nothing, is $100,000 on $1 million. And there's no reason, actually, why my portfolio will not reach 10 million. I actually am modeling that out now. And it will get there a lot faster than the first 1 million. Because the compounding effect and the channel growing at this rate. I expect to be 500,000 within 12 months on this channel. So doubling and doubling and doubling and doubling. So when you invest, you're looking for value. I've shown you how to find it. You need to know what your goals are, what your time horizons are, and then educate yourself. Educate yourself to understand you. Understand you more than anything else. Understand the market. Learn to read people. Learn to read what's actually going on, not what people are saying. Unless, like me, they're showing everything to you. Ask me anything. I share it all on the screen. This is my real money, my real positions. And then just take your time. Wait for an opportunity. The hardest part is actually sat out waiting. That's the hardest part. It really is sometimes difficult to sit and wait. It's really hard to sit and wait. A few months ago, it would have been very difficult for me not to buy back in on XRP. I'd have been itching to buy back. In fact, I did several times and made famously 17% on the last time when I told everybody this is the top. How did I know? Not for looking at a line or a chart or a candle, from speaking to people directly at the businesses. Now, you might say, well, I can't speak to people at Bank of America, Robinhood, Ripple, CEOs. No, you can't. But I share it with you on this channel. I interview CEOs live on this channel. I share it on my X. I share it on my Instagram. I discuss it on the show. I picked up the phone live on the show. Only yesterday, I text again Phil Sansom. He's the CEO of, here he is. He's the CEO of, here we go. This is how open and transparent we are. Here's Phil Sansom. I've got a direct email with Phil. He has come back on the show in January. There's Phil. Brandon Robinson. Brandon Robinson coming back on the show. Okay. I've also got contacts at Ripple. I'll have Brad Garlinghouse on the show. I have big ambitions to get Elon Musk on the show, and I will get Elon Musk on the show. And I talk to these people and I find out what they're doing and I share it with you. It's not inside information. Not at all. They're not telling me things they can't tell me. They are simply telling me things that you have not yet seen or paid attention to. Because there's thousands of companies, thousands of bits of news. But the point is, you are hearing the real news. If you're on social media, X particularly, you are hearing people pump the narrative because nobody wants to work hard. Everybody wants to do what's easy. How can I tell everybody something that's going to go up and get everyone to buy it? They think they're famous when they're not. Now, I know what real fame is. I spent 40 years doing the same job. In fact, from the age of 4, I was playing the piano on stage with my parents. From the age of 4. My dad supported the Beatles with the Victor Sylvester Dance Orchestra. So I know, my godfather was Kenny Baker. I know what I'm talking about. I've been reading audiences and reading people since I was 4 years of age. And I've been in the same business all my life. So it's about people. It's about, it's about emotions. And you can invest in all of that. So right now, even though I like XRP, it's my favorite coin. I'm not going, buy it. It's 185, it's 186. I get people messaging me every day going, when are you going to buy XRP? It's cheap. No, it's not cheap. XRP, Bitcoin, is never cheap. Who says it's cheap? Influencers, because they want you to click on their silly posts. They say it's cheap. Michael Saylor says it's cheap, because if it goes any lower, he's going to be forced to sell and he's going to lose everything. He says it's cheap because it's going to $1 billion. And he'll even make up stories, and I love this one. This is a great one. If you're not buying Bitcoin today, he says, you're losing money because the money you would have bought today will be worth $1 billion in the future. So you've lost money. That is the most stupidest Ponzi scheme language of all. And the fact he's resorting to that tells you he's worried, even though he doesn't act like he is. Saying those things is bad. You cannot tell people if they don't do something, they're losing. You're not losing anything. If I don't buy a lottery ticket today, how can I lose the lottery? If I don't buy a lottery ticket, I'm missing out of $1 billion. No, I'm not. I didn't enter the lottery, so I was never going to win or lose anything. So it's nonsense. It's sales speak. I could go down to Dallas in the Highland Park area tonight, schmooze with a few people, and get someone to hire me to pay me $10,000 to pay in some rich person's house, like Mark Cuban, Jerry Jones. I've already done them. Do them again. Am I losing 10 grand today? I'm sitting here talking to you, earning super chats, $20. Am I losing money? No, because I haven't gone down to Dallas tonight and done a gig. So I haven't lost any money. So don't tell me I'm missing out. Every day you miss out on opportunities. Somebody walks past the front door of your house. Could be the love of your life. You never meet them. Could also be a murderer running around with a gun. You don't know. Life is just chance. And it's 50% chance for you as it is for everybody. So don't congratulate yourself too much, but don't berate yourself too much either. Everyone has the same chance of making it out of here. And no one takes it with them. So you can't guess, you can't gamble, and if you constantly do what's hard, because nobody else will, you will always win. And I'll tell you the God's honest truth. The reason why I built this channel is because I like people and I like winning. I like building things step by step. I will walk 1,000 years step by step to achieve my goal. I will never give in. I will never stop. I will just keep walking forward step by step, focusing on the people, focusing on value, not price, but value. And investing is a perfect match for me because I'm looking for great things to own. And I like XRP, but it's not cheap. Bitcoin is not cheap. Don't let anybody tell you it's cheap. If XRP, for some reason, sold itself every day like a can of Coke and it made $10 a coin every day, you could value what its profit was. And then you could determine if it's cheap or not. You saying, well, people are going to use it, this and that and the other, then if that's the case, and that's why you're buying it, buy the bank. That's what I'm trying to do. At the moment, I'm trying to get accredited to be a private investor to own Ripple. I want to own Ripple because Ripple will make money. They will actually make money. XRP doesn't make money. It'll go up in price because everybody buys it because something involved with it is making money. Own the bank. I have said time and time again, crypto will make its way to the top of the S&P 500. I can see that happening. And I want to own the businesses that utilize it to be profitable, to make money. And that's what I was focusing on. Well, right now, this is not that time. We are in a very, very, very dangerous pivotal moment in the market. And thanks to Sensei for covering the Japanese rate decision. We learned that the rate was increased as expected, and everybody went, "Oh, no carry trade then. Nothing happened. Bye. Nope. No. They're going to raise rates. Now, people will say, but they're doing it calmly and they're doing it over time. It won't crash the market. It's not about how they raise rates. It's not about when they raise rates. It's not about whether you believe it or not or want to buy your favorite speculative asset. None of that matters. What matters is it's a reversal of policy. Japan and their carry trade, they are the financer of the American economy. Most people don't even think about it. They think Japan is tiny. Look at the size of the economy. It's massive. It's one of the largest in the world, top 3 or 4 in the world. Tiny little country. Why? Because everybody in money, financiers, banks, institutions, governments, borrow money from yen, transfer it to dollar to buy American assets. The whole American system is sat on the decision of a Japanese banker. That's it. It's crazy how ridiculous that sounds, but that is the reality of it all. That's where we stand today. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So I don't want to be sitting around waiting for it. However, that doesn't mean to say I sit and do nothing. There's always money to be made. Always. I'm making money every day. I'm beating the market nearly every day. Buy a business that makes money. Forget it's defensive. Forget defensive or this or that or the other or a hedge. Hedge rubbish. Rubbish. People buy Bitcoin. It's a hedge. It's not a hedge. Michael Saylor made that up. It's the biggest load of rubbish. It's been proven mathematically. Write it down. Use a calculator. It doesn't hedge against inflation. Never did, never has, never will. Doesn't stop him saying it. Doesn't stop people telling you on social media influencers, YouTubers that got famous on YouTube when they have no fame whatsoever. Because trust me, if you get famous on YouTube and you build it on lies and nonsense and stupidness and clicks and this and that and the other, nobody will show up at your funeral. Nobody will come to your convention. None. Even Meet Kevin had a really rubbish turnout with 2 million followers. Right? You don't get anything if you just make up stuff and have ever-increasing prices and ever-ending discount codes. The whole thing about you is a lie and a joke and a nonsense, and people will just walk away. So at the moment, because crypto is bouncing around, those that make money out of it are promising you stupid returns. Give me thousands of dollars, I will hold your coin for you, a custodian, and I will return you 8% profit on top of the price of the coin itself. And I am a professional financial advisor because I went on a Texas website and in about 1 hour paid $100 and got licensed. You are an idiot. You're rubbish. Nonsense. Pointless. You don't need to pay anyone to hold your coin for you. And they cannot promise you 8%. They can say what they want. How do they deliver 8%? Well, what they do is they take your coin, which you've sent to them, which is stupid. You could just keep it yourself. It's perfectly safe where it is. You can't get 8% guaranteed. Well, they promise 8%. They're doing it because they're borrowing against it. They're leveraging against it. They're doing all kinds of stuff, and they're paying you out of something they're gambling on. And eventually all the cards will fall over and you will lose everything. It's nonsense. It's like the same people that bring you Yield Max. Yield Max. Yield Max spawned a whole array of YouTube channels. People with no sense, no knowledge, no brains to rub together thought this was great. I can buy my favorite assets. It's funny why it's always your favorite assets.
At Humane Being Liz donated €2 through a super chat. Could you do now KRI? Got to leave and you say you will.
Yeah, just give me a moment, Liz. I'm in the middle. So I will give you a short. I didn't promise you a full review of this. I am doing in a moment. We're going to go to members only, and I will do it for you. But just stay with me, okay? I'll do everything I promised. Just please, I can't just do it for $2 when you say, because you've got to go. I appreciate you got to go, but I've got to do what I've got to do for the overall audience. I'm sure you understand. I forgot my train of thought now. Maybe I can do it straight away because I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I've forgotten what I was going to say, so it doesn't matter. Right, so let me go over to members only and do all these requests. So lots of people ask me for lots of things. I'm going to do them all. Then we're going to go Electrum, and we're going to do mini reviews. The first few for free, no super chats, nothing at all. So let me set this up. So let me give everybody the links. There's Instagram, there's the X, there's the newsletter. I've given you the giveaway. Here is the giveaway. Completely free to enter. It's pinned to the top. Let me end the poll. Let me end that now. Are you in silver? End poll. There we go. Right. So there was lots of requests. Lots of people asked me to do stuff. We're going to do live Q&A, all the questions, live phone-in, and we're going to do the things that you've asked. I've got a lot of people asking me. This is why we have memberships. We have to filter things out. We can't just do everything straight away for everybody. I'm one person. I'm just sitting here, live, doing what I can, the best I can. So here we go. Let me set the goal up. Oh, Brian Byrne is giving members. This is amazing. So, all channel members in 5 minutes. Here we go. So, now this time we're going to put the link at the top. A few people said it didn't show. Can you see the countdown at the top? There's the countdown on the screen. In 5 minutes, it'll automatically go to members only. All members.
I can't believe this.
I can believe it. Don't say that. Some people said, you got these new members and you're conning people and you're making it more expensive. I've never increased the price of membership. I never will, never have. There's no coupon codes, no expiring dates, no inflation. There never has, there never will be. Do I have higher tier memberships? Yes. With more perks? Yes. Have I taken away?
I can't believe this.
I can believe it. Have I taken away from the lower members? No. I've given them more. But because I have now 108,000 subscribers, I have to filter so I can do more for more people. That's why we have the memberships, not to make me rich. I don't need to do this. I do it because I want to do it.
I can't believe this.
Wow, this is nice. Look what Brian just said. This is life-changing information, guys. So listen, that's kind. Brian Alessandro, what a lovely thing to say. Now you see people are taking profit from Coca-Cola, right? Now it's going down, right? And I sold. I took profit.
I can't believe
even though
this.
it's a wash. I now can buy back anything under 70.10, and I'm in a better position. I'm not going to because my position is overweight, I'll buy back lower than my average. And it can drop to 62, because when things unwind, the S&P is down 40%.
I can't believe this.
Coca-Cola is down 20%. Bitcoin is down 80 to 90%. So the fact I took at the top, got the lower ones, I can now buy lower. This is all about building my position, not just making a few pennies profit here and there. Right, the clock is nearly up, so I've got to hurry up. So what I'm going to do now, this is nice, thank you.
Adbrianda Lisandio donated £1.99 through a super chat. This is life-changing information, guys, so listener.
What a nice thing to say. So here we go. I've got to set this up now. I'll make sure everyone gets the link this time. So first of all, I do is I create a playlist, and it is upcoming members, members only, and live shows. I do that. I do that, that. Okay. Hey.
I can't believe this.
I can believe it. How long have I got? 1 minute 40. I'm going to get you the link as well so you don't miss it. Because some people complained they didn't get the automatic list.
I can't believe this.
Right, here we go. Here's the link. Now we'll do all the reviews for you. We've got mini reviews coming up for Electrum after this as well. So here we go. So live now. All members.
I can't believe this.
Live phone in, live Q&A. Pin that to the top. There you go. So you got 1 minute. You can click on that link. You can go there now. Some of you want to test that, you can. Or here we go. Coca-Cola now selling off. Great. We sold it. We trimmed. Now we can buy back lower. Wonderful. Exactly what you want. There you go.
I can't believe this.
You've got 44 seconds to become a member. There's a member. A lot of members now coming in. Membership link. There it is. Upgrade for Electrum. And then you don't need to for this part. It's all members, but then there'll be a deeper dive on silver. There'll also be there'll be those mini reviews I talked about as well. All right. So stand by. 24 seconds. So the link's at the top. You can click on it now and come straight across. I've given you the link. It's pinned to the top. You've got 14 seconds. Some of you are already doing it. There you go. That worked. There you go. We've now got this extra way of doing it now. It'll take you there automatically in 5 seconds. I'll see you there in a minute, folks. Thank you.